This week on the Jock and Nerd podcast, we review the third and final season of Squid Game, plus DCU and MCU updates from James Gunn and Kevin Feige, trailer reactions for Predator Badlands, Tron Ares, The Running Man, Mortal Kombat II, Stranger Things Season 5, the crazy cast for the Street Fighter movie, and more, all in this edition of the Jock and Nerd Weekly for Monday, July 21st, 2025.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and you're listening to the Jock and Nerd podcast. Why? I don't know.
Check. Check one. All right. This is for all you fans out there. Let's give it up.
Jock it, we nerd it. We funny, disturb it. We jock it, we nerd it. We spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, that's right. What's up, listener? Thank you for pressing play, and welcome to the Jock and Nerd podcast, where we give you comic book and superhero TV and movie news, reviews, and whatever we choose. Jock and Nerd. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
And he's the nerd.
And joining us is a fella who got caught at the Coldplay concert with his arms around another podcast. Ruggs. What happened, Rug Boy?
I slipped and I grabbed onto this person, and then when the camera came on, I was like, "Oh shit!" They could tell that I'm feeling them up, so I had to get away from them.
Rug Boy got caught canoodling with Big Bird on the big screen at the Coldplay. That fucking meme is hilarious, and really, if that guy, all that guy had to do.
Did you see the guy's actual wife? What she looked like?
If that's true, she seemed pretty attractive.
Yeah. I don't think it's true. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anthony, I don't know anything's true
Anthony,
anymore.
you seen this going around? I'm sure.
No. Oh, the guy, the CEO. Yeah.
Of Astronomer. And if that guy, all you had to do was not react, they would have went on. Everything would have been fine.
Right.
But he went down like he got shot by a sniper. And then Chris Martin goes, "Oh, what are they having an affair?" Motherfucker, if you're doing this, there's 80,000 people there. How about you stand next to each other? First of all, you're not in private.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you anticipate putting on the kiss cam or whatever the hell it was, or whatever but the way they reacted obviously made it so much worse.
You don't
react, and no one would have ever even said anything.
All he had to do was whisper to the woman, "Do not react," without moving his lips, and just smile and wave. It would have been fine. Nobody would have known. But we got a hilarious meme and a fun joke for the intro. Thanks, CEO of Astronomer. Hope you find a new job. Oh, shit. Anyways.
Yeah. He's been humiliated. That's very humiliating.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's wild what happens. You're always being watched.
He's cheating on his wife, which is not good, but.
It's with the director of HR, I think, is that lady.
Yes.
Yeah. Also not good.
Also not good. All bad things. And don't cheat on us with another podcast, Ruggs. You can cheat on us. It's okay.
I don't want to be on another podcast. I only have eyes for you, Imran.
There's only one person that cheats on this podcast.
It's me.
Pretty regularly.
And it's Imran.
I'm not very faithful. I'll tell you that right now. I'm a little whore. I will come on any podcast
Imran's
you want.
like the husband that's like thinks that his wife is cheating, but he's actually cheating.
Imran will come on anything.
I'm gaslighting. I will. Gaslighting Ruggs. Meanwhile, I'm going on.
You can also join your show.
Listen, I will join whatever. I'll come on anything and I'll podcast with you.
That's right.
Listen, we got a lot of shit to discuss this week, fellas.
I'll talk to anyone.
Let's get started.
The Jock and Nerd podcast.
Well, people are still buzzing about about James Gunn's Superman. Making waves, making money. I thought we could do a quick box office update here. Because remember, we were guessing the box offices of these movies. Jurassic World, Rebirth, Superman, Fantastic Four. So Superman week 2 drop only 54%. Not bad. It opens number 1 again. Currently, it is sitting at $235 million domestic, adding $171 million international for a $407 million worldwide total.
I have a comment on this. So the 57% drop is good.
Yeah.
That's you don't want to see us, I think, above 60, 65%.
Yeah, less than 60 is crazy.
So that's good. It's doing well domestically. It's not. I wouldn't say it's doing gangbusters, but it's doing well.
Yes.
The problem here is it's not. I wouldn't say it's a problem because they're definitely going to make more movies.
Yeah.
But it's not the home run at the box office that it's a lot of these other movies are.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of like a solid double. And the problem here is internationally.
Yes.
It's at 171. So internationally, it's 42% of its box office.
Yeah.
And they wanted to finish around 700 million. I don't think they're going to get to 700
really?
million.
I feel like they will with this 406, 2 weeks out.
I think once Fantastic Four comes out, their box office is going to drop.
So it's the box office.
There was nothing out this week other than I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Right. So there's the competition with Fantastic Four. You still have Jurassic World. You have F1. These movies are all out.
Yeah.
But the big thing for me is internationally.
Yeah.
So Man of Steel, just for comparison, came out 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Finished at 670 box office.
Okay.
291 domestic.
Yeah.
379 international.
379 international.
International was 56% of its box office.
Oh, I don't think this is gonna get there.
Whereas Superman, it's basically flipped the other way.
Yeah.
Batman v Superman, let's just throw that on there. 330 domestic, 544 international.
Wow.
874 total. 62% of its box office was international. So going back to this Superman, let me just read those again, just so we are all on the same page.
Yep.
This Superman is at 235 domestic, good.
Yep.
171 international,
Not
so 42%.
Not so good.
So it's flipped the other way. So basically, what I'm saying is it's doing well. It's not doing well enough internationally, maybe because of Superman's more American tinge, or maybe in the world that we're in now, where maybe the world doesn't like America as much. So all that to say is this movie's doing well. I don't know that it's doing as well as it needs to get to the highest heights that it can get to. It's definitely, for comparison though, when you're talking about like home run superhero movies, it's nowhere near those. Like for example, and this is obviously like the biggest comparison, but Avengers Endgame opened at 350 million.
Yeah. No, that's a different case.
And I've heard this as we were talking on other podcasts, and people were speculating that we might be done with the superheroes being the home run box offices that we used to have.
It might not just happen again. It'll be interesting to see what Fantastic Four. I don't know why.
Fantastic Four will be interesting.
I don't know why it's doing so bad internationally. You would think it's hopeful, it's bright, it's colorful. You don't need to do any homework.
Well, it's always been. I mean, Superman's always been
too American.
In America, right?
Yeah.
So when you put it into the world that's 2025 versus, let's say, 2013 or even 2017, a little different, right?
Yeah.
A little different feeling of how the world maybe feels about America now.
Yeah, in a post-Trump America.
Right.
And and we'll get to $1 billion movies, but we're not going to see the number of $1 billion movies that we used to see, like in 2019. It's still got
not from superhero movies.
Not from superhero movies. So yeah, stuff is changing. That 406 domestic though makes it only the 7th movie of this year to pass. Sorry, the 235 domestic. The 7th movie of this year to pass $200 million domestic milestone. This movie already, though, at $406 million, has made more than Thunderbolts, and it has made more than the last 4 or 5 DC movies that came out. And I saw some guys saying this means it should finish in the $650 to $700 million range. But
I think the international, that's the tough part.
Yeah,
the international.
It's really struggling, and you can't get there without at least 50% or more in some cases is what we're seeing. You
need the international to be at least 50% or more, and it's not.
Case in point, let's check in Jurassic World Rebirth. Week 3, this movie is sitting at 276 domestic, 371 million international. In 3 weeks, it is now worldwide $647 million. One of only 3 movies to surpass the $600 million mark.
It's going to hit like $800 million, no problem.
And the first $1 billion movie of the year, the award goes to Lilo and Stitch. Minecraft doesn't make it, almost makes it. Lilo and Stitch.
It's still in the box office, though, or isn't it?
No, it's on Max. I think it's done. Minecraft is done.
It's out. Then.
Lilo and Stitch is still in the box office, I think.
Why did Minecraft open before it? I guess
It
I
did,
don't know.
but it tops out. Minecraft topped out 955 million. It almost made it.
Wow.
But Anthony, the Jurassic movie's still printing money. That with these numbers, like that thing's gonna hit $1 billion probably. Do you think?
I don't know if it's going to get to $1 billion, but it's going to 800, 850. So the movies are going down in terms of what they're making.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
But Jurassic World is doing well. I think Superman will probably actually finish better domestically than Jurassic World.
Okay, yeah, it's already
Jurassic World to do better. It's
international.
I mean, so just if we're using the international, it's done 371 international, 276. So 57% of its revenue is coming from international.
I think if any of these giant budget movies make more than 700 million, it's huge.
Yeah.
In this
I
time,
think-
yes.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
I think billion is great, but I think that they'll make a profit at 700 million.
So you said Lilo and Stitch is the only billion, right?
Yep, only one. When we used to have multiple. Who will be the second? I don't know.
Let's see. Well, technically, actually, for what it's worth, not that anyone knows this movie here. The only other $1 billion movie is called Ninja 2.
Oh yeah, it's that Chinese animated movie. They're
Right.
trying to bring it to America with like a
$1.8 million.
yeah, that's
right now.
crazy. I'm kind of curious about what that movie is. They want to do like an English dub or English version.
There's been multiple Ninja movies.
Yeah, that's
So-
two. That's like two, and I think
It's like a folk tale or something. It's like a legend that they've like redone, like the Little Mermaid. It's like a story, but they've different iterations of it. So the same thing.
I'm really
Or
curious.
like
that
Frankenstein. It's like it's
things
like
almost made $2 billion. That's crazy.
Here's a fun stat. So let's go with top 10 movies.
Yeah,
This worldwide.
yeah.
The 10th movie, so I'll name them right now. Ninja 2, Lilo and Stitch, Minecraft movie, Jurassic World Rebirth, Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, How to Train Your Dragon, F1 movie, Captain America, Superman, Thunderbolts. Those 10 are top 10 worldwide movies. Superman is the only one of those 10 that has a foreign box office less than 50%.
Wow.
Every one of those. The other movie, though, the 11th movie,
Yeah.
you'll find this interesting, is Sinners.
Oh,
365 worldwide.
What?
But 76% of its money came domestically, only 23% internationally.
Yeah, well, that makes more sense.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, a lot of stories about like the African American experience don't play well.
And it's an
internationally.
R-rated movie and horror, but
That's the only big outlier other than Superman.
everything else is like a big fucking movie. That's crazy. Yeah,
No, I don't get the. I kind of explained it, but I don't fully understand why we're not getting international play for Superman.
why it's really gonna hurt its tally, but I think they're still pretty happy with
Other
everything.
than F1,
yeah.
can you guys get or not? Excuse me, there I just fucking gave it up.
Ah!
I was gonna say other than Ninja 2 and F1,
Yeah.
what do you think is the highest percentage internationally?
Oh, maybe.
I'll name the movies again.
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Minecraft, Jurassic World, Mission Impossible, How to Train Your Dragon. F1 is doing really well internationally. It's 66% of its money.
Oh,
Captain America, Superman, and Thunderbolts. Of those, one other movie is tied with F1 for its international percentage.
Jurassic.
Nope.
at 66%. You're saying?
Exactly. Don't look it up, Imran.
Is it Lilo and Stitch?
Nope.
Really?
One more guess.
Lilo and Stitch was huge international. I thought. What? I don't know.
Tom Cruise, Mission
Oh.
Impossible.
Oh.
66% of its money is coming from international as well.
Really?
Yep.
How much? What?
Hey, you still got international box
They
office.
love 'em.
appeal.
What's that movie at right now?
Total?
Yeah.
588.
Oh, 588. Okay.
393 of it's international.
Wow. Wow, that thing didn't break 600 million either, but it's getting close. But I think it's almost done. But,
Yeah, it's interesting looking at what the world likes and what we
yeah.
like.
And then
But what's
Does it
is
always
it the
line up?
highest grossing or is it what's the highest grossing mission?
Oh, that's a good question.
it's not. I don't think it's that one.
No, it's not. It's impossible.
It's the
Right.
last
Nice.
one. It's Fallout, isn't it?
Let's just look real quick. Give me a second here.
It's not Dead Reckoning, that's for sure.
Fallout is the biggest domestically. Take a second here.
Worldwide, motherfucker.
Worldwide, Fallout was 791. Let's just look at the last one. Yeah, I think it's Fallout.
I think it's
got to be Fallout.
Yeah, Fallout.
It kind of was the peak of the franchise, even though we got great stunts afterwards. But
sure, but Fallout was great.
Fallout. It's like Rogue Nation and Ghost Protocol are almost right up there. Not almost. They're like 100 million less, but they're in the 680s, and Fallout's 790.
Man, so I feel like the box office slowly coming back still from strikes from COVID. It's still not.
It is, yeah. I mean, if it is
were.
coming back, they're just not releasing as many movies as they used to. So if you look at like domestic amount of movies for the year, let's just look real quick. Like, for example, last year, 2024 was 8.5 million domestic.
Yeah.
Total.
Yeah.
And
billion, you mean, right?
8.5 billion.
Yeah.
But there were 675 releases, whereas before COVID, it was 11.3 billion, but there was 910 movies.
900 movies.
Holy fuck.
Jesus.
Yeah. In 2018, we had the most movies released ever.
Of over 1,000?
993.
Oh my God, man. Almost
11.8 billion.
That's a lot of fucking movies.
That is a lot of fucking movies. And now it's down to like 600.
Who's watching all these movies?
I don't know.
2020 was 455.
Oh, that's probably the lowest.
2021, 442. 2022, 502. 2023, 592. 2024, 675. And we're at 376 releases right now.
I mean, that you can watch one movie a day and get, or and pretty much get the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're talking about 900 movies, you gotta watch 3 movies a day.
And they were all kind of making money, most of them. I mean, to some degree, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Well, everybody is doing this quality over quantity, reducing output, Marvel and Warner Brothers and everybody.
Well, one more point, and real quick, is Warner Brothers is killing it this year.
Yes, they actually have made more money than Disney with they had a couple of hits here, and I think they're edging out Disney total.
How big are Zaslav's balls now?
Yeah, he's
They're like swollen.
He's strutting around like a proud.
He can't even walk. He's bow-legged.
He's like, I'm gonna.
I mean, some of the we were talking about Superman, right?
Yeah,
Superman came out this year.
Yeah,
but then other movies that have come out, Sinners, did well.
Yeah,
F1 they only distributed, but that's doing well.
Yeah.
Final Destination Bloodlines has done well for them.
Yeah.
Minecraft movie.
Oh yeah, it started there.
Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
And then they've got coming up, and we'll talk about some of these movies, but they've got the Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh, good. That's Warner Brothers too. Yeah.
The Conjuring movie.
Oh man.
Weapons.
Yeah. Oh shit.
And one battle after another.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, Warner Brothers is doing pretty good, and
interesting.
So Disney can catch up with Fantastic Four.
Yeah, they're going to catch up with Fantastic Four.
Let's talk about James Gunn and the DC Studios for a little bit, because he went out, did some interviews, dropped a lot of updates on upcoming projects, as there will be no Hall H for either Marvel or DC this year. He'll be there, and we might hear some more.
I'll be there.
And Anthony will be there, and he will let us know more. But for right now, I'm going to read just quick, give you the brief synopsis on the projects, and then you guys let me know how excited, how much you're looking forward to these specific projects. Okay? He dropped a lot. Let's start with the Batman 2. Matt Reeves has turned in a script. Holy shit.
Oh, shit.
James Gunn has read the script. He likes the script. He says it needs a little bit of work, but they are still on track for October 2027 with the Batman with R. Pattinson.
Okay.
All right. I don't know what the story is. Penguin, Colin Farrell, maybe he should be back. Nothing about Penguin season 2. Now, the other Batman, The Brave and the Bold, which is in the regular DC, not Elseworlds, regular DC universe. This is the Batman Damian Wayne film, still in the script development, active script development. Casting hasn't started. Gunn did make a little joke about how Alan Ritchson would be fun to cast. But of course, it depends on the script. We know what he's doing. He writes the script, then you find the actor, not the other way around. But he did say he would not release it the same year as the Batman 2. Now, Anthony, I remember from our Superman review, you're like, I don't know how a Batman fits into this world. Well, I feel like an Alan Ritchson Batman might fit.
But it's going to be Batman and Damian Wayne.
Yes.
That's what this Brave and the Bold is going to be.
Yes. Which I'm okay with. Damian Wayne is a fucking crazy great character, a crazy Robin.
Yeah. But it should be Dwayne Wayne.
It should be Dwayne Wayne.
Nobody knows who that
But
is.
Alan Ritchson, like with that big smile, maybe in like a lighter gray cloth costume. I kind of see it fitting into this colorful James Gunn world. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think we have to see how these other movies play out and if we're able to bounce around tones or what the overall directive is.
So he's still working on 2 Batmans for this shit. There's Pattinson is not the DCU Batman.
I feel like the only way that Brave and the Bold can work is the only thing I can see as being the counterbalance to that's been done with Batman is probably Batman Forever. That's that would be the kind of Batman we would see. Maybe not as rubbery, but I mean the same kind of tone of Batman Forever.
I would love to see him put him in like a nice cloth that's not like military padding. That's not bulky. Just a nice cloth suit, man. Why not? Let's do that. That's different.
Like, what do you think about Michael Keaton in the Flash Batman being part of the Superman world?
I don't. It was fun for that thing. I think you need a young
I don't
guy.
think the Flash was really DCEU as much as post Joss Whedon DCEU, right? Because he made it like lighter and funnier and stupider.
Yeah, but it's part of that.
But not
universe.
Snydery.
It's not Snydery. It was colorful and comic booky and wacky and had similar tone.
So there's some kind of a place. I just don't know how it's going to shake out.
Then he talked about Peacemaker season 2, which is the next thing we're getting, August. It's R-rated. And he said this is the direct tie-in to Superman. It directly follows up because we will be seeing Rick Flag Sr., Hawkgirl.
You almost said it.
Frank Grillo.
It's Frank Grillo.
It's really
Don't call
Frank
him
Grillo.
Rick Flag.
It's really Frank
You don't need
Grillo.
to call him that. Just call him Frank Grillo. That's what we're paying to see.
That's right. I'm
You know
Frank
who he
Grillo.
is.
Well, who are you?
Who are you?
Frank Grillo. It's always Frank Grillo. But Isabel Merced, Hawkgirl will be in it, Maxwell Lord, and Guy Gardner, Nathan Fillion. And we saw in the trailer, there's 2 John Cenas. He has said it will feature a multiverse thing, but he's like, it's just one other world. So what do you guys think about that? I don't want them. It's a slippery slope. I don't want them to get all crazy. We saw what happened with Marvel, but there was 2 fucking Peacemakers and 2 John Cenas in that trailer. This multiverse shenanigans.
2 Cenas.
And you could see both of them.
I was going to make a joke like that as well. Let's hear more about what he's got planned, and I'll give you my overall thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to react to 2 Cenas.
He also said there's clues in Peacemaker that will point to where this whole universe is heading. All right. Then after that, we get Supergirl. They put out a new poster. Of course, Millie Alcock, Jason Momoa as Lobo. This poster is kind of fun. The Superman says look out, and she has it says look up. She has spray painted look out over the up. But I'll say again, a hot mess fucking Supergirl. I'm all here for that. Give me that. I forgot Crypto is a big part of the story in Women of Tomorrow. I am actually really looking forward to this. It's not James Gunn. It's Craig Gillespie. It's a different person. So I think it could be fun. What do you guys think? Anthony, you excited for Millie Alcock as Supergirl?
No, but you might win me over with a good trailer.
I think if they, the book is fun, the art is amazing, the story's kind of crazy. If they stick to that, and she's a hot mess, I like it. Ruggs, what about you? Hot mess Supergirl? Yeah, your name.
Well, since they've already introduced this, and we've already seen James Gunn's Superman, we kind of know what we're gonna get. So maybe the sting won't be as bad. So it has more room to kind of play around. I think so. You gotta understand, like Superman already softened everybody up. They already know what to expect. So maybe this can just kind of go.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, I don't know how I'm going to react to it, to be honest.
Well, and that's what's interesting about Superman is all these characters, these things setting up. He's talking about where they're going. Like this next thing, the Lanterns HBO show. A lot of things to get excited for here. James, they have just wrapped production. They've wrapped filming. James Gunn, it says it's great, of course. but he said it's mainly a Jon Stewart show with Hal Jordan and Guy Gardner in supporting roles. But now think about Penguin. Think about the money HBO has. Think about the quality. All we've got is that picture of them walking down the road. But I am also very excited for this. I am looking forward to what they're going to do with Lanterns here. And Guy Gardner gets to be in Peacemaker and fucking Lanterns as a thread. Who's excited for this, Anthony?
I mean, I have a soft spot in my heart for Lanterns because when I got into comic books again, Hal Jordan Green Lantern run was one of the first ones I've seen. So I'm definitely intrigued. I don't know as a TV show if it's going to be if a TV show is appropriate to tell this type of story, but I am intrigued.
Ruggs, what do you think? Procedural crime, sci-fi, drama kind of thing? I feel like it might work.
Sure. Sure, it'll be. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
It's HBO though. They've given us Peacemaker. They've given us Penguin. I think you can at least expect.
Like I like the casting.
Yeah,
kinda. I like this guy who's playing Jon Stewart,
Aaron Pierre. Yeah,
yeah. So I think he's cool. So I don't know. I'm good. I'm cool with it. I'm just waiting to see how it turns out in this James Gunn universe.
Yes, that will be, I think, next year on HBO. Let's move on to Clayface. Of course, this is his horror movie. It's moving towards production. He calls it a big budget Blumhouse type movie. And again, I'm looking forward to this because he's doing something different. And he's talked about how each of these movies will have a different tone. And I think, and then there's also rumors maybe you introduce Batman in this movie. I don't know if that's a good idea. I feel like we will see this Batman somewhere before. Bruggs, let's start with you. Clayface, horror. I mean, we saw this movie already. It's called The Substance, but I'll watch it again.
Okay. You've seen this movie before?
Yes, The Substance. It's the same idea. Same thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's if it's more of a monster movie, where Clayface is a monster, could be interesting. I mean, that was the end of The Substance.
That was a monster movie. Substance was a monster movie.
If they, what I would like to see if they're going full horror is be really subtle that it's a DC movie. Just market it as a horror movie.
Yeah.
And don't even like, you can be real. You can make the connections when you're in the movie as those, oh, it is a DC movie, but I wouldn't even.
That's a good idea.
If they go all in on it, then I'd be more curious. But if the DC logo is front and center on everything and they're, the trailer has, and this is a Batman, villain or whatever.
Right. They can't
get away from that and just go that route. I'd be more curious about this.
I mean, if they're smart, they would do that and don't try to shoehorn things in. Speaking of the DC logo, I do really love that old 1938 Superman with the chains and he bursts out in the beginning of these things. I don't know why. I think I like it. It's a nice nod, right? What do you guys think of that?
That's the tone he's trying to. I mean, when we're looking at Superman, it is kind of a 1950s serial cartoon tone. So
it's like Silver Age comics. It's like the Max Fleischer cartoons from back in the day. All right, moving on to Wonder Woman. He's very excited. That's a priority for them. This is going to be a different take, of course, than the Gal Gadot version. And today, the Wrap is reporting a writer has been picked. Anna Noguera has been tapped by DC Studios to write the upcoming Wonder Woman movie. She also wrote the screenplay for Supergirl. So she's got a few writing credits. She's an actor turned writer. She also wrote this Teen Titans movie that was never greenlit and never made. But they really must like Anna Noguera because they had her do Supergirl and now they're having her do Wonder Woman. So again, once the script is final, I'm sure he will start casting. His casting, so far, has been spot on. I would think. I think the casting in Superman is very good. He has a talent.
Yeah, but Wonder Woman's tough to cast because most of these actresses don't have the height.
Right.
And Zack Snyder went to Gal Gadot because she was like 5'10" or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
So, I don't think there's a host of actresses that are in his wheelhouse that are like in his, because he likes to hire his friends or people that he knows.
Well, and they're not. They're so far like no big names, right? Like smaller actors, some unknowns. He is using that seems to be his style. So I don't even know if it will be a big name, but I don't think it needs to be if that's what he's doing. And then finally, he said Flash and Aquaman will be back within the next 2 years. No timeline. There was also
You mentioned
rumors
some
of
other stuff too, but yeah.
There was. They asked him about rumors of the spinoff for a Mr. Terrific show and a Jimmy Olsen show, which I would probably watch the Mr. Terrific one. I could see Jimmy Olsen being like a fun half-hour stupid thing. I don't know if that's necessary because you don't want to spread yourself too thin. Would you guys want spinoffs?
No,
right? Mr. Terrific, though, could be fun.
I want to save them for the movies.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think the spin-off we saw what what happened when you did too many spin-offs on characters that people really aren't that invested in with the MCU.
Yes, don't do that.
So I would hope he avoids that. But he also mentions a couple other things. He mentioned he talked about the Authority movie he had and Swamp Thing and Sergeant Rock.
Yeah.
So,
Sergeant Rock's still happening, not with Luca Guadagnino.
Mm-hmm.
The Authority, I feel like he's having trouble just nailing down what the fucking thing is. It feels like they just keep writing and they can't figure it out. So, but that's okay.
the whatchamacallit, the engineer from Superman.
She's
in the Authority,
right? So set that up. You can follow that thread. He set up so much shit in that movie, we don't even know. So. All right. I mean, it's making me look forward to a lot of these things that he was talking about that are coming out after Superman. I will tell you that much. How about you guys? Any more Geek Boner Floppy Jock?
For what?
For DC, this DC universe moving forward
as a whole.
As you know, my opinion of the James Gunn Superman is mixed.
Yes.
So I also have mixed feelings about this.
So I'm guessing you are trepidatious, somewhere in between Geek Boner.
Floppy Jock.
Yeah. Anthony, what about you?
I am also. I'm curious. I still think the time to. We are not in the peak of superhero movies. I think we're on the back end, at least for now.
Yeah.
And maybe things can get reignited and we'll get excited again.
Yeah.
But to launch a universe at this time, I think is very challenging.
Yes.
I also think the mix of shows and movies, I'm curious to see, because the MCU definitely did not pull that off.
Right.
I'm curious to see how he works that and how people that one of the criticisms of the MCU amongst many was that they did too many TV shows and it became hard to follow the movies because then you had to follow the TV shows, and he's doing that.
Yeah.
We'll see if that's good. I mean, the TV shows have to be good. The other thing is I'm curious to see like Supergirl and Clayface, these movies.
Yeah.
What is the budget like? Because if he can, I think there's definitely space in the superhero genre to make movies at $50, $60, $70 million budgets rather than what Marvel's been doing.
Yeah.
And just go for singles and doubles.
Yeah.
So maybe he goes that route.
These are a lot of unknown actors, and that's where you have to spend a lot of money when you have to get these actors.
This is his clever casting. This is why, like, Snyder's casting cost everyone shit tons of money.
Right. But let me ask you this. I'm going to go completely derail this whole conversation.
Are you gonna rail against Superman?
No.
You already did that.
You want me to, but I'm not going to do it.
I'm trying to cue you up.
No.
Okay.
Do you think that now, since we're on the kind of downwards trend of movies, superhero movies, and a lot of this reboot stuff that's happening, people are kind of getting sick of.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's going to be a time where they do baggage-free movies like the original Alien or Predator, where people just make, or Terminator, where people just make stuff for the movie that has no real audience built in or anything, just these original ideas, but they've learned so much, right? They've learned so much about what audiences like, what kind of movies they want, maybe they could kind of make something new that has no baggage and you could just enjoy it for what it is.
Are you saying DC or the movies in general?
just in general, these movie companies like Warner Brothers and Disney and they could just go, hey, we're using all this legacy stuff, but let's try and do something. And you don't have to put a shitload of money into it. You could just kind of put these things out there, and hopefully they'll develop an audience. Are those days over?
I wouldn't say those days are over. I think we're
like John Wick was the last thing to do that.
Yeah, John Wick's a good example. I think there are bigger budget movies that are doing that. You think about your Sinners, you think about your Minecraft movie, F1.
Yep.
Those are all movies that are doing well and not they're kind of based off IP, some of them, but not also somewhat original. I think there is a little bit of a white space in the middle for those movies that are, let's go 25 to 70 million. 20 to 70 million. That mid-budget movies that are original that make money. I don't think those don't get made too often.
Like
and the ones that do, nobody's good. But here's the thing: people say they want those movies,
then they don't go
but they don't go see them.
That's the problem. Is
there's movies like fucking I'm talking about the other day, Eddington, and fucking Materialists, or like any of these like movies. Those are all mid-budget movies that don't make a ton of money.
Well, they're not genre films, really. They're just kind of like these general, like, you have to explain what they are. You're not like locked in. Like, it's not like, oh, this is a sci-fi movie. Or
Companion came out this year. Novocaine doesn't do that well.
Wow.
Mickey 17 came out.
I was just going to say that was there. So they are trying. It's just that if they're not performing well, but I do think it will come back. I think this is all cyclical.
And I think it's coming back.
And then and I was going to mention the same thing, Sinners, F1, things like this slowly, but people got to go see them.
And Sinners is that sweet spot where it was a director that's really well known. Budget was 90 to 100, so a little high, but not like crazy high.
Yep.
So that's a movie that proves you can do it with a director that's established himself.
Well, and I know Clayface, he's been talking about like a $40 million budget, right?
That's right where you got to go.
Supergirl, you don't got to go 225 like Superman, but she's on other planets. It's all in space. It's going to cost a little bit.
What's the latest budget update on Highlander?
Oh, God. It's up to $700 million he needs to make this movie. Will somebody please give him $700 million?
Oh my! How much money do you need to make this movie?
This is, and I just
swords, people.
Yes, it's all
swords.
Most of it is for sword making.
Yeah,
I mean, we're going to talk about a movie in a second, Running Man. I'm curious what that budget was.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot more coming up. Listener, let us know what you think of the DC universe after Superman moving forward. Are you excited? Join this conversation. Join our Facebook group. It's called Jock and Nerd Nation. Jock and Nerd. It is a closed, exclusive group just for you. Get in there, chop it up, spoiler threads, lots of fun, geeky stuff. Okay, moving on. Kevin Feige cannot be left out of this conversation because he's been out hitting the press for Fantastic Four ahead of Fantastic Four, which, by the way, is having its premiere. I think it already had it today, and you could have live streamed it on Disney Plus. You can actually go and watch the premiere on Disney Plus. It's the first time they did that. But he's been talking to a Hollywood Reporter, talking to Variety. I got a bunch of bullet points from all of his updates too, because he's like, fuck, I can't let James Gunn take all the heat here. Well,
he did credit James Gunn's movie, by the way.
He did. He said he loved it. He's like, there's no superhero fatigue. Look at Superman. And I thought he would like it. It helps everyone, right? People come out to see that. I believe we're getting another colorful movie about a family that I think drops you right into the action, just like Superman. We're going to get another one this week. I can't wait. But some of his things that were interesting, he talked about Miles Morales and how he can't use Miles Morales until Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out and Sony is done with that character. By the way, Beyond the Spider-Verse has been pushed back 3 weeks to June 25th, 2027. That'll be 4 years after Across the Spider-Verse came out. And then they also mentioned Spider-Man Brand New Day will be street level. So I like that.
Nice.
I like that. Fun Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's going to break dance.
Yes, he's going to be getting down with fucking.
We're going to take it to the streets.
Yeah.
Let's take this fight to the streets. Where's my cardboard? Where's my Converse? Old school breakdancing.
That's what I want to see.
That's like the original guy from the 80s that took it to the streets was Rocky Balboa on 5.
That's right.
Oh, that's right.
My ring's outside.
My ring's outside.
That's brisk, baby. Oh, that's different.
He took it to the streets. That didn't work out too well for the franchise.
He got his ass beat, and the franchise got
I
his
still,
ass
love,
beat.
I still love that.
I do like that last fight.
Sue me for what?
So
He took my room.
Feige mostly is saying all the shit everybody's been thinking, but just confirming it. Stuff like, yes, we made too many things. Supply, not demand, was the problem. For example, between 2008 and 2019, they made 50 hours of content. Since 2019, Avengers Endgame, they have made 127 hours of content in the last 6 years. That is way too much. In fact, I saw this graph of phases, all the Marvel phases and how much money they made, right? Phase 1 starts at like $3.5 billion, peaks at phase 3, where they made the most money. Phase 5 made less than phase 1. They have gone back down and below where the first phase started. So that's concerning. And of course, it's 3 phases to a saga. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 6, this phase will finish the multiverse saga. And he said we will focus on standalone movies, self-contained stories that you don't need homework, and make sure that it's good.
Okay.
Thunderbolts finishes at 382 million, and he said it was the case of these characters were from TV shows that nobody watched. Same thing with the Marvels. That kind of hurt them in the last couple of movies. What do you guys? This is all stuff we've said.
Wait, well, I just finish all his stuff and then let's give our thoughts on everything.
So speaking of budgets, I thought this was interesting. They are reducing budgets. They actually went and talked to Gareth Edwards, who made The Creator, for $80 million. A movie that looks like it's a $200 million movie. Makes it for $80 million. They met with his team to learn how to make things cheaper. I like that. Shooting locations are also, they're going to be using Pinewood Studios in London more than Georgia. They will eventually come back to Georgia and New York, but nothing in California and Hollywood, where the state is trying to increase their tax incentives to bring people back to shoot things in fucking Hollywood. He had talked about, at some point, legacy characters like Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, may be recast. He talked about a reset of the timeline after Secret Wars. And I'm pretty sure that next phase will be the mutant saga. And they will be recasting everyone. He said the events from Thunderbolts won't be directly referenced in Daredevil Born Again Season 2. And it works the other way. The events of Daredevil were not referenced in Thunderbolts. He has plans for the next 3 phases through 2032. Again, I think that's the mutant saga. He did confirm Jake Schreier is directing X-Men. They will be comic accurate. Blade is still happening. They have just hired their 4th writer, Eric Pearson, who wrote on the Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts. And they said it's not a period piece. You know why? Because fucking Ryan Coogler already did the period piece movie called Sinners, where he, in fact, poached Delroy Lindo from the cast. And Feige confirmed this. They borrowed fucking costumes from the Blade movie that they were making in the period piece for Sinners. So he's already made.
I thought he said that tongue in cheek, but maybe he did.
No, I think they really borrowed the costumes for whatever version of Blade they were going to make.
That's weird.
Isn't that wild? Okay, let's give me comments on those before I get into Fantastic Four hype here leading into this release. What? Anything exciting? He's just saying everything we've been saying.
Yeah, we've been saying this shit for a long time. They need to make less movies, make them more comic book accurate, more standalone things, take more time to figure out what they're doing instead of just like they're just using these ancillary characters and trying to do things with them and kind of, I don't know. I feel like everything they've done has been not helping.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I echo all those thoughts. I think Feige's saying what we all the takeaways that we all have now after years of this. I mean, they went and experimented and went on TV and greenlit a lot of stuff. I think it didn't help that Disney Plus was starving for content and probably also said to him, hey, we need you to do more of that Marvel shit here. So all of that ended up watering down the brand, and quality control went down. And, now we're here where we are because of the decision to basically put Marvel characters on your screen 52 weeks out of the year.
Yeah, it's not a good idea. You can slow it
The
down.
fact that they made an Echo show.
Yeah.
Like no one ever read Echo.
Yeah.
Right.
No one ever cared about Echo, but they did.
Well,
So-
not only that they made the show, but they made the show after watching her performance in Hawkeye and went, "Oh, this one can lead a show."
Yes. How about
Yeah.
we give her
It's like,
also
wait, she
really-
doesn't. She has the charisma of a shoe. What
Yeah.
are you talking about?
It's just there's some because they weren't making they were making shows for other reasons than to make good Marvel based shows.
Right.
And we still have Wonder Man TV show, Yahya Abdul-Mateen, coming out later this year. And that's about an actor going into Hollywood with powers. Kind of reminds me of like the Studio on Apple TV Plus kind of thing. Maybe they'll
They
be
should
playing
never
off
make
that.
a Wonder Man show either.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's already done and been made like Ironheart, and it's just sitting there, and they have to do something.
Wow.
Just think about. I mean, we all know this, but just to put things in perspective, because the next movie that's coming out, is an Avengers movie.
No, it's Spider-Man.
Oh well,
They
okay.
moved it, but still.
Fine, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Point being the same though.
Yes.
Think about
Big
how
names.
hyped everyone was
Yes.
for Endgame.
Yeah.
And think about where we are now. And it doesn't feel. And I'm more than willing to eat crow and see Fantastic Four and be like, this is great. And I'm hyped for Doomsday.
Yeah.
But at this moment, even after Thunderbolts, which I really like,
Yeah.
the hype that everyone had going into Infinity War and Endgame, I mean, it's not even close to what we're looking forward to now at Doomsday. Like it feels like what they're doing with Doomsday is trying to reignite the spark, not the culmination of a buildup.
Yeah. Again, we talked about
And we talked about this last
Is it a-
year
yes,
when
when they
they
announced-
cast Robert
Yes.
Downey Jr. as Doomsday. As
so
Dr.
I feel the same way. Is it desperate? There was a clear build up to Avengers Infinity War Endgame, right? There's no build here, and they're just like, fuck it, let's just get to it. Let's just give them everything. Maybe they'll forget all this shit. Maybe, and I don't know. But case in point, what he didn't talk about is, unlike James Gunn, I believe they still don't have a finished script while they're shooting Doomsday. They're still doing that shit.
Well, he did say I think you missed some of those quotes. He did say he doesn't mind doing. He likes doing
right.
that.
That's the Marvel method.
He,
and that's
he
not going
calls
to
it
change.
plus ups.
Yes, where
He doesn't mind in the midst of making a movie, if they think something's
Sure.
off or they're coming better, they improve it.
I mean, there's positives and negatives to both kind of strategies, and I like that James is doing something a little different. But it makes more sense to have a complete, fully fleshed out script before you fucking
Wait
do
a
anything.
minute, though. Don't they have like these? Didn't they tell us that they'd had these action animatics that they were like locked in before they ever?
Yeah, years before. Yeah, it's all on
So
rails.
they have the action scenes.
Yeah.
They just don't have the story.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, and we'll see with Fantastic Four. I see a lot of color. It's colorful. Marvel has kind of a color grading issue at times. Some of the CGI has been a little wonky at times. We will see if he cleans all that up.
Well, he did also say one of the things leading into Fantastic Four is he wanted to create a movie that was more standalone, and
Yes.
by doing it in an alternate universe, that allowed him to do something like that, where similar to Superman, where they just throw you into it,
Yep.
and you're right away without all the baggage of having to have seen other stuff.
So yeah, let's talk about the hype building up to this movie, because they are really pushing this marketing. There are so many clips of this movie that I'm trying not to watch any of them
Yeah, I'm
anymore.
avoiding it.
There's this, they're just constantly shoving it. I've been spoiled. I'm trying not to get spoiled on some things. But the early reactions are out, and they're all glowing. They're all positive. They're surprised.
Oh, we've never seen that.
I know. And this one is all, it's like great visuals, great cast. Somebody called it the best thing Marvel's ever made. This is the, so we've seen that. Yes.
When is the Rug Boy hype video coming out?
Yes. Rugs. You got to put out your hype for.
I don't really have anything for this.
No.
No, because the reason is what they're doing seems to be, I think, within the realm of all the other Fantastic Four shit that we've seen. We've had like a terrible Fantastic Four movie with Fantastic. We've had the Tim Story movies, 2 of them.
Yeah.
We've had a Roger Corman movie, which was like unwatchable. So, I mean, I've already seen lots of that. There's like with Superman, you have the Christopher Reeve movie that is a classic that you can always compare it to. That's like almost an untouchable movie. So, and then you got the Snyder movie and the Snyder version of Superman, which is kind of still has some people interested in that. But with Fantastic Four, there's nothing that really that they're going to have to work to overcome. They're already kind of,
but it's just making a complete, good, satisfying movie.
Yeah. I think it's just making it on the level of what is. They're trying to actually create the new standard for Marvel with this movie.
Yes.
All right. I'll put it that way.
Yep. Similar to
there was like an old standard that few of the movies kind of got. The Tim Story movies were kind of way beneath those other ones, like the Ghost Riders and all that stuff that came out before the Marvel figured out what the fuck they were doing.
Right.
And now there's like a new standard, and I think they're trying to now with Fantastic Four being like, one of Marvel's first major books that caught fire with everyone, to reestablish like their new like bar of standards. So hopefully it's good. I don't really have that much against it, to be honest with you.
I'm excited.
I think Pedro Pascal's casting is not my favorite.
That man can play anything.
I don't think the casting at all is casting period is not. I don't like any of the casting period.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
All right.
I feel like we've seen Pedro Pascal in everything. We've seen,
he is.
I just feel like, I don't really feel like there's anybody that really stands out to me as like great, but other than that, it's got Galactus.
Yeah.
We've seen him.
Yeah.
He's in it.
Practical suit and shit and everything.
I mean, we don't get the real Silver Surfer. We get Chala Ball, but okay, it's still Galactus still has other heralds and whatever. It's in the realm.
Paul Walter Hauser, by the way, is playing. Do you guys want to know? You can guess.
He's the Mole Man, isn't he?
He looks like the Mole Man. And then there's another cameo that he talked about that I'm just going to say because I don't think anybody's going to even pick up on this because you don't know what these fuckers look like. He confirmed that there will be cameos from the 4 actors from the Roger Corman movie who never got a chance to actually be seen in a movie theater. They will have cameos, but they're probably
okay.
Yeah, I don't know what they look like, so no one's going to know. Opening box office predictions for this falling in like 110, 125 million dollar range, similar to
as Superman.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that's
the best thing is this marketing on Fortnite. They will have skins for the Fantastic Four characters, and I think they do this on purpose because now you can talk about playing with your foreskin in Fortnite.
My Fantastic Foreskin?
Fantastic Foreskins.
Oh.
How many foreskin
There's
jokes?
There's a porn
There's going to be
coming.
foreskin jokes all over Fortnite. There's also a Galactus popcorn bucket that's $80. It holds 130 ounces of popcorn or something. It's huge. I don't know who would buy that, but it looks cool, but it's $80 fucking dollars. So there we go. We're coming into Fantastic Four week, San Diego Comic-Con. Anthony will be out there.
I'll be there.
Fantastic Four is happening. So after this movie comes out, that's kind of it for the superhero movies. However, the second half of this year has many, many action movies coming out, all different kinds. And we have some trailers. So let's move into some trailer talk. This one just coming out today, fellas, brand new Predator Badlands trailer. I guess that was a teaser. This is the official trailer showing a little bit more of the story. Lots of crazy action. Anthony, talk us through this one. What'd you think of this new Badlands trailer?
Well, first things first. At San Diego Comic-Con, there will be a Predator Badlands panel.
Oh, nice!
And I do plan to try to attend that.
Oh, you might see a whole scene from the movie.
Yeah, I might see some stuff. Just saw the trailer. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Here's why. Here's why I'm hyped. Because it looks so fucking different than anything we've ever gotten from the Predator franchise thus far. I mean, we're following this movie is basically the main character is the Predator.
Yep.
and we're also getting the Yutani alien, or not alien, but the droid.
Weyland Yutani logos
kind of
everywhere.
narrating everything,
Yep.
and it seems like they're almost building towards an Alien versus Predator in a new way. But I just completely trust Dan Trachtenberg at this point.
Yeah.
And I like that he's taking another swing and going, all right, we've seen the Predator. You got the Predator hunting humans in different eras or in different times in the universe, or times in our human history, excuse me. Now let's follow a Predator in this futuristic alien world and see what that's like. So it's a story that hasn't really been told other than in comics and books. And I'm interested. I'm very interested. The only thing I don't like is that they CGI the Predator's face. But maybe it's because this Predator is doing so much action that they can't actually do the face. I don't know. I'm willing to forgive it if it's a good movie, and I'm very intrigued that they're going in this completely different route. It might not work at all,
Right.
but I'm at least intrigued that they're doing something very different.
Yeah. This trailer was fucking awesome. I really enjoyed it. I love the whole premise that they just dropped this guy on this planet where everything wants to kill him. He's got to hunt this thing. And clearly the Weyland Yutani droid, Elle Fanning's character, they're also hunting the same creature. And she's got to help him. Ruggs, what'd you think of this? Lots of good stuff in here.
For the most part, I thought it was good. I do have questions, but part of me couldn't figure out if the Predator is practical or CG,
Right.
And because there's obvious places where he looks CG, and there's places where I don't know yet. And I'm hoping that there is some practical stuff in there with the Predator, and it's not all CG. But with that said, Elle Fanning's synth character, I didn't like the introduction of her where she comes and kills the thing.
I thought that was great. So you see her swashing, and then she just pops up smiling. She's like, "Hi, how you doing?"
I was like, yeah, of course.
That's great.
Of course, the female character is going to come in and swoop in and save the day.
Saves the day. She's like, and then
we need strong female, even half the strong female lead.
Well,
better than none, right?
Yeah, she'll get legs at some point.
You think?
I don't know. That shot of him carrying her on her back reminded me of like Chewbacca carrying C-3PO from Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, but for the most part, I think
maybe she doesn't.
This interests me because I'm interested in the Predator in a different way now. Like we always see him hunting people, and that puts him in the category of being a monster. But this now him being kind of hunted or the underdog, and we're seeing him amongst his peers and learning a little bit about that backstory and what that world building could be like. It could be interesting. Now, just like it could be interesting, it has the potential to be shitty too.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely, it could go either way.
So I gotta hedge my bet here. I don't know exactly, but you know what? My interest is very piqued. I'll put that.
Absolutely, I'm intrigued. That giant beast he's fighting looks dope. And is it possible that one Predator with the horns and the long dreads? Could this be that same Predator at the end of Killer of Killers that was organizing this battle royale?
Possibly.
I want to see how he
that
ties
Easter
it
egg
in.
at the end. I thought was the alien. Remember in Aliens?
Yeah,
when
he's got the
loader.
There's a loader. He's coming after the loader, and they're fighting very aliens. That's awesome too. So yeah, so there's aliens. I want to see how it connects to the Killer of Killers. A lot of fun things in Predator Badlands. November 7th coming out now, going up against Predator Badlands, also coming out the same day, same weekend, November 7th.
These are both coming out the same day.
What do we see first? The Running Man, the reboot of the Schwarzenegger fucking wild sci-fi movie. Anthony, it's Ben Richards. He's playing the same character. You got Coleman Domingo as the host, Josh Brolin as like the head of the studio. How did this hit you?
I like it. I like it. I like the tone. I like Edgar Wright. I like who's casted in this. I like the guy playing the host being way over the top.
Yeah.
Domingo.
Coleman Domingo.
I personally think, even though The Running Man, the original, is a classic. But I think that material is ripe for doing more things with.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're going in not an opposite direction, but just a little bit different Edgar Wright spin on it. I think this has potential to actually be really good.
I feel like they keep it in tone with like the wackiness of the novel. Oh, let me just give you this real quick.
Here is Sub-Zero. Now, Plane Zero.
Great line.
There's not going to be any lines like that.
No.
But from what I hear, this is more like the original book that came out. So they're following that. I think the Arnold movie kind of veered off and became its own thing.
It became an Arnold movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it became an Arnold. We need to have snappy lines.
I got to shove my fist up your ass and pull it down your spine.
Yes.
But Michael Cera looks hilarious. William H. Macy, great cast. Love Edgar Wright. I think this is perfect for him. I'm excited to see the Hunters.
It's about time for a comeback.
Yeah, he needed something good.
I want to hear from Ruggs real quick. I know you're usually anti-remake. On the remake scale, is this one where you're like, this looks like it should be made and might be good, or are you still like, just make a different movie?
This one's a little different because they're actually doing the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, listen, we've heard this before. Remember when they said they were going to make it The Crow, like the actual graphic novel, and not like the kind of thing what Brandon
that
Lee
didn't
did?
work out.
They didn't do anything close to it.
No.
Yeah.
It's nothing like the book.
Yeah.
So they say that sometimes to kind of get sympathy, but then it depends on how close to the book is it. Is it when I see the reviews and people who've read the book compare it, then I'll be like, was that necessary or not? But it depends on if the movie's good too. So, I mean, like, look, if there was an original property that never got its due, I have sympathy for that writer who wrote that book and never got his vision up on the screen.
You mean Stephen King? I think he's fine.
Right, but he wrote it under a pen name,
Yeah,
didn't he?
Bachman. Yeah,
Richard Bachman.
Richard Bachman.
Yeah.
He also has another movie of another book he wrote as Richard Bachman, The Long Walk. I don't know if you've seen that trailer about those guys, bunch of kids. They just have to walk until everybody's
Yeah, I
dead.
saw that.
Yeah.
That's also a Richard Bachman book. That movie looks fucking wild. Also,
How does that guy write so much shit?
I don't know. Stephen King is the robot. He just fucking spitting out
He's
pages.
fucking, he made a deal with the devil.
But
That's all.
Running Man, the energy of Edgar Wright's fucking style comes through this trailer, and like it's a fun trailer. It looks fucking great. What are we seeing first? We have to pick what to review first that week: Running Man or Predator Badlands. Well, what do you see
I'm more
first?
about Predator, but like that looks like a bigger movie.
What'd you pick? Anthony?
I would agree that I think our show leans probably more Predator.
Yeah.
But there's high
I'll double
chance
feature it. Let's double feature.
Oh,
there's a high
shit.
chance I will see both.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Same weekend.
I'm
I'm definitely seeing both.
Barbenheimer,
Yeah.
Predator, The Running Badlands.
That's it. Predator, running Badlands. Predator,
No, The
Man.
Running Badlands.
Running Madlands. Oh my God, the pre-running dater. But that would be.
I'm ready for a Predator, The Running Badlands.
I would do a double feature. Absolutely, I'll do the
Watch they end up both being shitty, and we just
we're just tortured for 4
Oh,
hours.
it sucks.
All right,
we
both
come out
were
of it
super angry.
We come out of it and go, 80s movies are not back.
we stop making these.
We stop doing
Well, let's talk about this next one. Another 80s IP, third movie coming out in October. We got a new trailer for Tron Ares with franchise killer Jared Leto as Ares.
It's about time.
Well,
We need to
look,
kill this
despite the
franchise.
Jared Leto being in this, who's a good actor, I don't know why he fucking picks and kills things. Ruggs, what'd you think of this trailer? I thought it looked sick. The fucking Nine Inch Nails music, the visuals, looks amazing.
Yeah, I mean, looks cool. I liked Tron, even though it was the boring movie. The what do you call that? Was it Tron? What?
Tron
first one.
Legacy.
Tron Legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the second one?
Yeah.
The second one, the one that they made. It was boring, but I thought it was cool. Still was cool and visually cool, and the music I loved. And even though some of the CG was a little spotty, but I think maybe they learned their lesson.
This CG
And
looks amazing.
And the CG looks better, way better now.
Jeff Bridges. Flynn, right? That was his name?
Yeah, I think that the biggest problem with Tron Legacy was the CG Flynn.
Oh, right. No, they
Right.
got him
But
for
everything
real.
else looked
Yeah.
great. Everything else was great in that movie. But now I don't think they're doing the CG Flynn anymore. So
No, he looked like he was there. This shot at the end where the thing just releases hundreds of missiles with the tracers going through the streets, that's awesome. Anthony, What I don't know if you're a big Tron guy. What do you think?
No, I'm not. I saw Tron Legacy in the movie theaters. Fun fact about Tron Legacy, if you didn't know.
You were making out.
No. Well, three things. One, I fell asleep because I saw a midnight showing.
Oh shit!
I fell asleep for maybe 15 minutes. But 2, directed by Joseph Kosinski.
Yes.
3, great soundtrack with Daft Punk.
Yep.
I've never seen the original Tron. I need to go back and watch it.
So I think we're going to have to review the original Tron and original Running Man leading up to these movies.
Well, we'll do those. Yeah. I think I do need to watch those. I agree with Ruggs. I didn't really, because maybe I didn't watch the original Tron, I didn't really get what was going on in Tron Legacy, and I also found it at times boring, but visually fucking stunning and great music. So it was one of those, and both Tron and Tron Legacy, from what I've read, have both been movies that initially weren't well received, but both, including Legacy, have now gained cult followings, which is why they're making this.
Yeah.
This looks fucking amazing visually as well.
Yeah.
You have 9 Inch Nails doing the soundtrack. So similar to Legacy, I think there's a very good chance that your ears and your eyes will be very pleased. I don't know what the fuck the story is.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anything about all I know is that some guy gets stuck in a fucking video game.
So it's the video games coming out into the real world. That's all.
They figured out how to go. They figured out how to get in there, and in Tron Legacy, they were trying to figure out how to get out there.
Yeah,
and they were trying to stop them from getting out.
I know is
the only thing. One real quick thing about Leto, and maybe this is just my perception of him from Joker and now Morbius. I almost feel like he has anti-box office appeal.
Yeah.
I see him and I go, oh. Why is he in this movie?
Yeah. That's the correct response. He is Skeletor also in that He-Man movie that's coming out. He's going to be Skeletor. So, I hope it doesn't hurt people.
Maybe look, this could turn it around. Who knows?
Yeah, he could be really good.
I actually don't mind him as Skeletor because he has a face that I wouldn't want to see punched.
Yeah, he looks like
him as the lead, though.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know if Ares is the bad guy in this, or if he's the.
He seems to be the bad guy.
I'm going to go back to you two real quick because Tron 80s movie.
Yeah.
Do you guys fuck with Tron?
Oh, yeah.
Was that a thing when you guys were in the 80s? Were you into that?
Yeah.
I think was about 50 years old.
It had its moment. It had its moment when we were kids. I was interested in it because I liked the motorcycle.
Dude, the light bikes in this trailer are so fucking sick. I want one.
But Disney now has a Tron ride.
Yeah. Where you sit on the light bikes.
I think that, and it has the Daft Punk music pumping throughout it.
Yeah.
And I think that gets a lot of people interested in Tron that never been, because they'll go on the ride and go, what the fuck is this? And then they'll go check out the movie. And Disney's got millions of people going through that thing every day.
Yeah. I've seen video of it. It's pretty cool. It's like a fun little roller coaster. I always loved Tron as a kid because it looks so different. You know, it was all practical effects. It was just like you took the color out and it was just lights on the suits. And I was into video games. So the whole idea of going into the video game, like Last Starfighter was huge. And then I would play the video game in the arcade because you could play the speeder bike and the other games. And there was toys and maybe even a cartoon. But it was huge for a hot minute. And I'll always remember it just because it was visually distinct. It was
it was very different looking. Like the only thing I could compare it to is the beginning of Superman, where they had that reflective shit going on. Where they had because they used lighting tricks. They didn't have CG.
Right.
Like they did use CG for the light bikes, which is one of the first use of CG. In a movie in 1982.
Wow.
But it was groundbreaking, even though it was like a weird ass movie, and most people wouldn't get it because they didn't understand about computers. Really, you don't understand computers and shit. Like no one even had one in 82.
Right.
They weren't even a thing yet. So no one even understood what they were fucking talking about. So I think now that we have computers in our pockets, it's a little bit more relevant. I don't know.
Yeah, I got to watch Tron Legacy. I'm looking forward to this. I think that'll be fun. And then
all of the language that they use, like user, all that. Right. And no one even when I was watching Tron in 82, I didn't know what the fuck any of that meant. You know, so it's a different atmosphere now.
That's October 10th. And then final trailer coming out October 24th, Mortal Kombat 2. Remember this fucking Mortal Kombat? This time with Carl Urban as Johnny Cage.
And his stuntman.
And his stuntman a lot. So they put out a regular trailer, but they put out this teaser that I loved even more than the trailer, as if Johnny Cage is a real actor and he is in movies called Uncaged Fury or Citizen Caged. In fact, they created an IMDb page for Johnny Cage, the character, to really buy into this. That was fun. I want to watch those movies. And then I saw the actual trailer and I was like, oh boy, oh yeah, it's all this shit. I don't know. It looks kind of fun and like Mortal Kombat. Anthony, what did the Mortal Kombat 2 do anything for you?
Well, we reviewed
We did review the
Kombat
first one.
Did we ever review the OG Mortal Kombat? I know we reviewed the Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
No, I don't think that was the Patreon thing. Yeah, I don't think we did the original.
The original
MK
has a very special place in my heart.
Okay.
It's probably not good, but
Yeah.
very special place. One of those movies where you see it as a kid and it's just you're
Sure.
over the moon about a type of movie like that.
Yeah.
The Mortal Kombat that this is a sequel to, we reviewed. I thought it was kind of, it was all right. The big problem with it is they focused this on Cole Young, who's not even a character in Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
They try to relate him to Scorpion in some way.
Yes.
But it wasn't. It was ultimately just kind of a movie that exists. I don't really remember much of it.
I don't remember it either. And Louis Tan is in this as Cole Young, but they don't even show him in this fucking.
Right. I think this movie probably will be better. Oh, simply for the fact that they're focusing on. It seems to be that all the marketing is focused on Johnny Cage, which is a real character within the movie.
Yep.
Or in the game. This looks goofy. This looks zany. It looks like it could be a lot of fun. I loved their Uncaged Fury. I thought that was genius to do a trailer for a Johnny Cage movie.
Yes.
My only issue right now with this is I don't necessarily fuck with Carl Urban as Johnny Cage.
I don't buy this Johnny Cage beating any of these fuckers with powers and things.
He's just too old. Old and doesn't. Johnny Cage, at least to me, Carl Urban's a good looking guy.
Yeah.
But Johnny Cage is like this 30s really handsome.
Yeah.
Like the guy who's playing the Running Man, Glenn
Powell. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I think leaning into Johnny Cage and the goofiness of inherently of Mortal Kombat might be fun. I just don't know about Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, even though I like Carl Urban and other things.
Yeah. Ruggs, thoughts?
Yeah, I feel like Johnny Cage is miscast. I do, even though it's funny to see Carl. The reason why the trailer worked, the mini trailer worked, is because it's just so wacky that he's in it,
and it worked.
But when it's real, he's really in the movie and he's really playing Johnny
this
Cage.
This guy's got no chance against these.
I'm like, this isn't. This is very forced.
You got a dude with robot arms and shooting electricity. What are you gonna do?
Oh, well, it's not that. It's he's Johnny Cage is a normal human being in the game. He's just
fighter.
Carl Urban's 50 years old.
Yeah, I don't buy that he's a fighter. I love that Hiroyuki Sanada is in this. This guy, crazy career. He's what? He just won.
He was in the other one.
He was in the other one. He's in John Wick. He's in Endgame, but he just won Emmys for Shogun. Amazing. And then he just comes back and does this shit.
I just can't believe. All right, when you have Mortal Kombat, all right, Mortal Kombat is a brand that'll bring people to the theater, right? Yeah. So you don't really need a big name actor. Why don't you? This is the opportunity.
Yeah.
To go and find an unknown dude that can do karate, can do martial arts really well, and let's get a new action star out there. Let's create a new action star.
None of the other people are names in this movie.
Well, I would somewhat push back a little on that. Isn't that the essence of Johnny Cage is that it's a famous actor, and then you see him in a movie, where he's having to do real things. So I think they just cast the wrong famous actor.
Yeah, this one out of all
Johnny Cage's the whole play on Johnny Cage, isn't he like somewhat Jean-Claude Van Damme or like all those action heroes that we got in the 90s? It'd be like, well, what if we took that action hero and actually made him fucking fight?
Yeah, well, it's Jean-Claude Van Damme, but there is no Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Right. Yeah, that's the only thing. I am with you though, Ruggs. Carl Urban. I don't know.
Yeah, this trailer out of all of them, I'm least geeked for, but we're gonna watch it because I watched the first one. And it looks like
do you think? Let me ask Ruggs and you. Do you think taking Mortal Kombat into a goofy tone is the right tone?
I mean, they've already done it many times. It's always been ridiculous.
You just gotta have memorable things, right?
It is what it is. It's Mortal Kombat. It's never going to be a real thing.
This looks like a Mortal Kombat movie, what it should be. The only thing I remember from that last movie is when he stabs that guy and freezes his blood and stabs him with his own blood. Like, that's fucking dope. There's what he slices a dude in half at the end of this. Give me a couple of those like fun kills that are memorable, and I'm like, all right, that's fun. And then it's fine. But this looks exactly what a Mortal Kombat movie should look like, is what this looks like. Now, speaking of Mortal Kombat, we have to discuss this. I've been keeping tabs on this Street Fighter movie they've been working on. This cast they have is insane and crazy. And Ruggs, you were like, let's make an action star. Let me know which of these fuckers you think you can make an action star. I'm just going to go through this cast real quick, and you guys can comment. It's wild. Andrew Koji from Warrior and Bullet Train.
He's already kind of an action guy.
He is Ryu, cast as Ryu. Noah Centino, who is in Black Adam and The Recruit, in talks to play Ken Masters. What about him? What do you think about him, Rex?
He looks like if you took Mark Ruffalo and stretched him out.
Okay.
But I do like him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's an action star, but I do like him. I'd like to see him in other stuff.
We have Kalina Liang, who was in that movie Presence. I just watched a while ago, and Bad Genius.
I have no idea who she is.
She's Chun-Li. Okay. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson as Balrog.
Well, he's 50 something too.
Yes.
He's big boy.
WWE superstar Roman Reigns is Akuma.
Okay.
Jason Momoa in talks to play Blanca.
Oh, okay.
Orville Peck, who is a masked country singer musician. He's playing Vega. My boy David Dastmalchian from the Suicide Squad and Murderbot has been cast as M. Bison.
That's the weirdest one. There.
That's weird. Yeah. Wait, it gets weirder. I think this is the weirdest one. Andrew Schultz. Yes, that Andrew Schultz, comedian, podcaster, will play Dan Hibiki in this
I don't
movie.
even know who that is. I don't even know who Dan Hibiki
He's
is.
the self-proclaimed friendliest and least effective fighter in the roster. I don't know. Dan.
Well, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Then you have wrestling star Cody Rhodes in talks to play Guile. He looks like Guile.
I'm out. You got if it's not Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No, it's Guile. It's Cody. Yeah. Cody Rhodes looks just like Guile, though. He's got the same hair. And then, there was someone they had for Honda. I didn't have that in here, but this Indian action star, Vidyut Jamwal, is Dalsim. And then they have this other big guy playing Honda. But Anthony comment, this is a crazy cast. The fuck is this?
I would be willing to argue that Street Fighter has been...
It's a joke.
It's been just never been really treated seriously in terms of movie making. The original Street Fighter is bad, but it's also kind of fun. The one with Legend of Chun-Li with Kristen Crook is one of the worst movies you'll ever see. This is I don't know what to make of this. It's interesting. I mean, it looks like they're also leaning into the goofiness of what they have. I always one of the greatest debates for me is like, what was the better action game?
Video game, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. So I'd be curious what you guys think of Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat overall. Also, what are your thoughts on the original Mortal Kombat versus the original Street Fighter? Because those are both epic movies.
Jeez, Rugs.
I'm going to give it to Mortal Kombat in the movies department.
Because what about the game department?
Oh, Street Fighter, 100%.
I'll answer it real quick too. Street Fighter I grew up with, and then I got into Mortal Kombat later, so I have to lean Street Fighter. But I do like the Mortal Kombat movie more than the Street Fighter game, simply because of that soundtrack. Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. I think that Mortal Kombat's the better movie, but the better game is Street Fighter.
Street Fighter's the OG. I believe it was first, right? And yeah, Mortal Kombat did you give you those filmed look of these players. But Street Fighter, what blew me away was watching people at the arcade to try to figure out the move. Like, the right down half circle, 2 buttons. Like, that shit was crazy. No other game had that. And I was like, how the fuck are you doing that? And that became kind of a standard thing in these moves.
I just think that the fluidity of Street Fighter is just, and the way that they chain these things together, these chain combos.
Yeah.
And then even though how it's gotten now in the modern age where they've really changed it up a little bit and added more depth to the gameplay, it's like fucking an amazing game, Street Fighter.
The crossover that everyone wants to see and that has never been made is Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat in terms of video games.
In the video game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you make that, I'll buy a system right now.
But Mortal Kombat is doing the fun things where they put like Spawn in there and they have these like licensed
they do that.
characters.
Well, they did the DC games, all the
Yeah.
DC games like Injustice.
Yeah,
and
oh, that's right.
It's all Mortal Kombat,
That's
just
right.
reskinned with.
Yeah, it's the same engine.
Well, and Mortal Kombat has crossed over with DC. They've crossed over, like you said, RoboCop and Alien.
Oh yeah.
And I believe Street Fighter has crossed over with Tekken.
and Marvel.
Oh yeah.
Marvel,
Marvel
yes.
versus Capcom.
Yeah,
That was
that's
all the same kind of style, right? The pixel art style.
right.
Yeah.
But the ultimate crossover, and I know they don't do they had different styles, but
Yeah, how would this
Street
even
Fighter versus-
look? Is like a person with a cartoon fighting. I mean, I guess you could do it with the background, meld it together. That would be wild.
You
Anyways,
throw Ryu versus fucking Liu Kang on the cover.
oh my god, it would sell 1 billion copies, that fucking game,
Right.
instantly.
Actually, I'm trying to think who are the two most iconic characters. I think Mortal Kombat would probably be Scorpion or Sub-Zero,
Oh, you do get over here in the trailer, so that's fun.
and then Street Fighter, I guess probably be Ryu,
Yeah.
or
Haryuken. So you need to say
Guile. I don't know, or Blanca.
Haryuken. That's all you got to
Oh,
say.
Blanca stands out. There's nobody that looks like Blanca.
Blanca, yeah.
So.
Jason Momoa as Blanca would be good.
That's
But who's
kinda
got the hotter babes?
Mm.
Is Chun-Li
Chun-Li
the
versus-
one?
Chun-Li versus
I think Chun-Li and Cammy can take them all. I think.
yeah, Chun-Li and Cammy was better than anyone that. I mean, the only you got Sonya Blade. She was a hottie. You also had the girls in pink or purple. I forgot what their fucking names were.
They're all wearing face masks. in
That's
the game.
true. Yeah,
Chun-Li's
Sonya Blade was a hottie though, but yeah, Chun-Li.
Chun-Li's got the
Those
curves.
fucking pigtails. Well, the pigtails alone. I mean, those are fucking handlebars for a BJ. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look at how fast that leg moves. You can't even see it. Like, imagine what she could do with other parts of her body.
Exactly.
Vibrate. Anyways, let's all calm down. We're done with the news here. We're going to take a quick break, play some promos, and talk about some more games, the Squid Games, right after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Transmission commencing.
This is Wookiee Radio. Translated for the Wookiee impaired. I like that Wookiee. Your hosts, Ken, Derek, and Mike, bring you the latest news and commentary from the far reaches of the galaxy.
Hold it. Hold it. I said hold it.
Subscribe today on iTunes and Stitcher.
I just assumed it's a Wookiee.
Start listening today, and remember,
The Force will be with you, always.
What's up? This is Brian, and I'm the host of Citizens of Pawnee, a Parks and Recreation podcast. That's right, a podcast dedicated to my favorite TV show, Parks and Rec. Every week I discuss my favorite things about the show, which include character breakdowns, episode rewatches, and other random facts and tidbits about the show. You can find me on Instagram at Citizens of Pawnee Podcast and listen wherever you get your podcast now. You will literally love it.
Jock and Nerd.
Listener, if you enjoy the show, this is a great time to join our Patreon fan club. Just visit jockandnerd.com/Patreon. Jock and Nerd. There's a link in the episode description, and you can give back on a monthly or annual basis. But for as little as $3 a month, you can support the show and get stuff like access to an exclusive podcast feed where the shows come out a little bit early. There's instant reactions to new movies we watch, reviews of movies coming out. We got posts from Ruggs and Anthony this week. New content. We'll talk about that later. You can also join us on our super fun Discord hangout once a month, usually the third Thursday of the month. We just had probably the most fun, well-attended Discord we've ever had. And I was wondering, with the Rug Boys' thoughts on Superman, could this get people mad enough to come out and hang out with us? And it did. Geek boner.
Yeah, everybody had to come in and defend the movie, and I was like, all right, dudes, let's do it.
Dude, Anthony, we had people from both coasts, Texas, Oregon, California, East Coast, Florida, the Midwest, Canada, Australia checking in. There was
I love the enthusiasm. Sorry to interrupt, Imran. I love the enthusiasm, but I have to call this out. You go both coasts, and you start with Texas
and the South. I meant to say both coasts, the South, the Midwest, Canada. 3 countries, two continents.
From the coast.
Texas is a coast. This is the Gulf of
Gulf, yeah,
Gulf
I
of
guess
America.
the Gulf Coast
Or Mexico, whatever it's called now.
Sure.
Gulf Coast.
That's not what you were getting at, but sure.
No, but man, it was great to see everyone. Lots of fun. Some first timers. Shout out to some first-time people like Ralph Bravo, who's been listening for 7 years, finally got on. Lots of fun. We do this every month. The next one will be August 21st. Put it in your calendars. Sign up for the Patreon fan club, and you can join us and hang out on Discord. Fun times. Do it now. Okay, let's get to this week's review. We get a little break from new movies, which is nice because Squid Game put out the third and final season, kind of the second part of the story they're telling, and I must talk about it. So here's your spoiler alerts for Squid Game 3.
Strap yourselves in, you fucks. Spoiler time.
All 6 episodes released June 27th. And this is the final season. Of course, the show created by Korean television producer and writer Hwang Dong-hyuk, who actually has a little cameo in the last episode. But Anthony,
yes,
how do you want to do this? You want to give us a quick plot synopsis?
Yeah, I mean it's basically the second half of the Squid Game story that we got in season 2, where player 456, young Gung Gi-hun, his plot to take this down from the inside has been foiled. He's thrown back into the game, and now we're finishing out the game with the characters that were remaining, while also having the policeman that is outside of the game still trying to get into the game and hunt and take this thing down. So,
and you got this North Korean guard lady trying to help out a father.
Correct.
But that is your main plot synopsis. I do want to get into the games and kind of the character arcs because they all kind of have a resolution. But Anthony, let's start with you. Overall, the end of this second half of this story, what'd you think overall thoughts?
Yeah, I will say right off the bat, I was very entertained by most of the season. There was some truly nail-biting, riveting episodes. That second one,
episode 2 is the fucking craziest episode.
The tension in that episode is insane. Some of the people that die, the feelings you feel. There are numerous times throughout the show where I went, "Oh shit, damn, fuck, oh no," like just reacting. So it's drawing emotional reactions out of me. When it ended, I went to myself, that was not exactly the ending I was expecting.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I watched it last night and was able to sleep on it.
Yeah.
I do think, while I don't know that it hits the heights of the first season, I think ultimately what this show was, or what this season was going for, was not necessarily what we thought, which is to take down the game.
Right.
But to display the humanity in some of the people that were running the game, or take the humanity and draw it out of them. So like the main character, the main villain, I forget what their fucking names are.
The front man.
Like by the end, he starts to be a little bit more human about things and how he cares. And the girl from the inside that takes down the game because of her humanity. So while it's not the ending that I wanted or expected, which was the game being shut down, in a sense that it's shut down forever, I do think ultimately what they were trying to accomplish and what the story was accomplished. And overall, I found it to be satisfying and I enjoyed the show.
All right. Ruggs, overall thoughts? Was it satisfying for you?
I liked a lot of it, and some of it I did not like. I think the inclusion of the VIPs, especially them being unmasked and running around during tag, that was terrible. I was like, "Whoa, you just, you're adding this, and it's not helping your show at all."
What about the way they speak English?
Terrible.
I think it's purposely bad dialogue as a commentary.
I don't know. I can't really defend that. I think the fact that they all see each other's faces, then they go wear masks a little bit later.
That's a good point. Why did they need the masks?
That annoyed me. And then the fact that they're all of their dialogue is horrible, and just the actors that they cast are horrible.
The VIPs have always been kind of shitty, and even in the first season.
And even the fact that it's only like 5 people, like it should be at least like 13 or 14 people. So that I didn't like. Not really too keen on how that last the platform game that they did.
Squid Game. The ending is interesting. We will talk about that.
I did not like the writing in that.
Yeah.
I did not like the way that panned out. They could have came to the same ending in a much better way. I feel like them all over discussing it. I was like, that's not going to happen. They're all like they're really over discussing this shit. And they're like going along with these really cockamamie ideas of like why they should not push this guy and they push this guy. I was like,
there was too much talking. Start shoving.
That did not work out. Tag was pretty crazy.
Hide and seek, you mean, not tag. It was hide and seek. The games were hide and seek, jump rope, and Squid Game.
Sorry, hide and seek.
Yeah.
Hide and seek.
Hide and seek and die, basically.
Is it tag and hide and seek the same thing?
No.
What's tag?
Tag is like you're actively running around. It's on ESPN. There's professional tag leagues. You never watch this? They're running around like a gym. You try to chase someone and touch them. This is hide. This is hide and seek. And we'll get into what they did with the twist, but you got a head start.
All right, so I guess hide and seek, you get a head start and you got to count them. But hide and seek was good. A lot of people died. It was pretty cool. Then they had the jump rope, which was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Where that one was interesting because the guy's like, "Fuck it, I'm going to start pushing people off."
That's a good strategy.
And so that I didn't expect either.
Yeah.
The whole thing with the cops trying to find the island, I think that was okay. A little convenient too. But overall, I think it was entertaining. I think it was very entertaining, and it ended it in a way that I didn't expect. So at least it was an unexpected ending.
Yeah.
I couldn't predict where it was going to go. The fact that the VIPs wanted the fucking baby to be a player was fucking. I
did not expect this baby to be.
Are you fucking
such
kidding me?
a thing.
You're doing this?
And it was crazy.
Oh, they're doing it.
Yeah,
they did it. So it took me for a ride. So I can't really hate on it that much. I just thought it was a little bit. I'm a little mixed on it.
Kill the baby. I fucking love this show. I think this season continues with incredible production design. The sets, each set is just so good and so perfectly made. Like the hide and seek set is nice and claustrophobic, and the fucking heights on the jump rope and the air Squid Game was great. The twists and turns always get me. In episode 2, I legit was yelling at my television, freaking out. The ending, yes, it is crazy. I don't know if it completely sticks the landing, but I like where they left things off. But the baby, I did not expect this baby to be such a thing. So that was an interesting twist, but I thought it was a satisfying ending. These games are definitively over. And, while the cop storyline, the cop didn't really even do anything. He never found he found the island, never found his brother. And then my least favorite storyline is the North Korean soldier girl with the father who just had all sorts of plot armor. Like, she's coming back, and how do I get through this fan? Oh, I'm just going to shoot at it. Okay. How do I get through this door? Let me shoot at it. All right, the door opened. This fucking girl gets stabbed and gets out and makes it. I'm like, really? But at the end, when you see who actually won and survived, it's kind of poignant, but that was my least favorite.
Oh, yeah. Did you like CG Baby?
The baby, every time it came on, I was like, the fuck is wrong with that baby? It was actually a robot baby with CG on top. They built a robot baby, but every time I was like, there's something wrong with that baby. Did the baby bother you, Anthony? I wonder how many people noticed this, because every time
you could tell right away it was a CG baby. I didn't have a problem with the CG baby. Yeah. I did have not necessarily a problem, but even in a somewhat fantastical setting that is Squid Game, the fact that this lady gives birth in the middle of that fucking game,
and
that the baby
it's fine.
survives this whole thing, and then she survives this whole thing.
Umbilical cord is cut.
Without any sort of medical attention I was willing to take it, but I also was like, this is somewhat like a step too far. Like I can't. It's too wild.
I mean, the baby's not wrinkly and bloody, and the placenta fell out somewhere. I'm assuming. I don't know, but for her,
and the fact that she's having that child in the midst of that fucking game
of hide and seek is wild. So
also, the fact that no one ever noticed, other than like the old lady that she was pregnant, is also wild.
Yeah. It was a high birth. It was well hidden. I don't know. Nobody noticed. So how do you want to talk about that? I kind of was like, maybe we just go by the characters and the player arcs.
Sure.
Let's start with the mother. Kim Jun-hee, player 222.
You want to start with the mother? You don't want to start with the main guy?
No, we'll save him for last.
All right.
I want to save him for last. The mother, this whole story with her and the mom and the son and the trans character whose name is Hyunju, helping each other in a hide and seek. This was probably my favorite episode of the whole series, and had me so emotional because of what happens. Right, the baby is born. The mom is helping her, and Hyunju is helping them. She kills two motherfuckers protecting them. She finds the exit. She comes back. It's right down the hall. She's like, I found the exit. Let's go. And fucking MG Coin, just without even looking, just stabs her in the back. This is the first time I was like, no! I felt so bad. A lot of people die in hide and seek.
I have to comment here.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea what direction you want to talk about, because you literally said, let's talk about 222, and then you talked about a scene where the trans person dies.
Well, that's a good point. Anyways, back to 222. She injures her leg, and the baby kind of gives Ji-yeon a second life, a purpose. He now has to protect this baby. And we enter jump rope, where I don't know what his plan was, but there's no way that fucking lady is going to be jumping over.
With that ankle.
And indeed, she doesn't. She says, take care of my baby to Ji-yeon, and then just fucking takes a little dive off the platform. A lot of suicides in this episode, too, in this whole series. Like, this shit got dark.
It's a dark show, but I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, I don't know. She had no other choice, right? Or stand there and get shot in the head.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting twist to throw a pregnant lady in the game. I already brought up how somewhat implausible this whole thing is. But I understand what they're doing and the baby and all that stuff. The baby being a part of the game.
That's wild.
That's kind of crazy. Like, there's a lot of things with that's probably the most I don't know if controversial is the right part, but the most written thing in where it's like, well, how do we write this baby into
just
this
say
game?
Put the baby in the game. It's 222.
How do we make this plausible? It's pretty implausible.
Yeah.
I out of a show that's very implausible, but that's very, very
and I mean, I'm not, I don't want to kill a baby, but I could see where the other cats were mad, right? All of a sudden.
Well, like,
and they're like, kill the baby first.
Look, the thing about this show, the reason why it's popular is because it could happen. Like, it could happen if there was like a thing you could sign up for and win like $40 billion or $40 million.
Yeah.
And you might die. Yeah, it's possible some asshole would sign up for this shit.
There's definitely probably a segment of the world that is very desperate and could get suckered into a game like this and then keep it going.
Right. So there is some kind of reality to it. When you start introducing a lot of this weird ass shit that's clearly we're writing it this way and just go along with it, it does cheapen it a little bit. I do think that it starts to lower the standards of what the show should be doing. But they're doing it in the name of trying to get all these different characters, like different situations out there. Like, oh, let's put a pregnant person. That's different. And then let's put a mother and a son. That's different. And make the son a complete loser and not be able to do anything ever. Like, it's like, I don't know. I feel like even Imran would kill somebody if he was in
I mean,
so,
this show, why I love it, because every time I put myself in that place, this is a show where you're like, what the fuck would I do? Like, hide and seek. Would I want to hide or would I want to seek and kill? I don't know.
I feel like you would do better than the fucking son did.
Well, let's talk about the son and the mom. Also fucking tragic, as she is initially on the kill side and he is on the high side, and they are given a chance to swap, and they do. But by the end of it, he hasn't killed a fucking soul. He has a chance. Somebody takes it from him. This dude can't kill anybody. And he shows up, and his mom and the mother and the baby are there, and he's going to kill the mother or the baby. The mom is first like, kill me, I'm an old lady. And of course, he's like, I can't do that, you're my mom. And he goes towards the girl, and then the mom just fucking stabs him in the back, kills her son. Fucking wild out. That was the second time. In episode 2, I was like, what the fuck? Holy shit.
Yeah, episode 2 is the best episode, in my opinion.
Holy shit. So he doesn't die exactly right there. He gets shot because time is up. But then this leads to that moment where the mom goes to Ji-yeon and goes like, it's not your fault. I had to kill my son. And she talks about how he tried to kill himself because she was mean to him. And then by the next morning, she has hung herself. Sacrifices herself. Not sacrifices.
She
just out of guilt.
Yeah.
Which is, I did not see that coming. And I was like,
Can't live with herself.
Fuck, she killed her son to save the baby.
Yeah, no, that was a hell of an episode in terms of putting people in situations where they have to make impossible decisions. I have a side question. The guy that ends up at the end.
Yeah, which one? MG Coin.
No, MG Coin.
The father of the baby.
Oh, is that his name, MG Coin?
Yeah. Young G.
Is he the father of the baby?
He's the father, MG Coin.
Is he actually?
That's what, because he is, I believe he's the dad, but it's weird because he's never wants to protect the baby. She doesn't want anything to do with him the whole time.
Right.
But he is the father.
The whole thing at the end was he was playing off that he was protecting the baby to save the baby to be killed at the end, right?
Yes.
Because he actually didn't even want to share the money with anyone. He wanted it all to himself.
No, he was going to just drop the baby to win that last thing.
Well, no, he was going to drop the baby, but because I was trying to figure out how he was going to get to this point because he turns on everyone really quickly.
Right.
And I'm like, wouldn't you just want to wait this out a little? But then I understood it as him and the other guy had the weapons, Gi-hun, and he's like, okay, let's take all these motherfuckers out.
Well, I mean, to go back to Ruck's point, that whole game was kind of wild with the pole. But in the beginning, you have that dude Minsu tripping on those pills, hallucinating. He's seeing Semi and Thanos and that other dude. And I was like, bro, just shove him. He's not even going to know what the fuck's going on. He's already at the edge of the platform. Just push him. And in the meantime, they're all talking about who we're going to kill first. And then too many people get killed on the second platform. And then when MG Coin and Ji-young are fighting, it's so it's a little forced writing, right? They didn't press the button and it's obvious. And the whole time I'm like, you guys didn't start the game. But it's a little forced.
I didn't love that last scene.
But I thought it was poetic the way it ended.
Well, even before that, I did have an audible, when they're beating up the one guy to
the lunchbox.
The lunchbox, and they break his leg.
Oh, yes. And I love the lunchbox. It's so bad that he's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm out. You're not using me. Yeah. And just fucking dips out. I was like, holy shit.
But let's just focus on Seung Gi-hun. Did we expect that to happen to him? Do we expect him to die?
I did not. I did love his arc, though. How the first half he's not talking, he's handcuffed, and he just wants to kill 338 Daeho, right? The guy who's the fake Marine who froze. And he gets to do that in hide and seek. He actually gets the kill, and then the baby gives him another reason to keep going and save people. But I don't know, that line where he's like, we're not horses. Remember in the first season, he was betting on horses. This whole thing is like people betting on people, and then where he's just like humans are, and then just fucking drops. And I love that slow motion shot of him falling. Was devastating. I was like, holy shit, I did not expect that. He doesn't end up stopping the games. The games end and then self-destruct.
Because they're found out by the other guy.
Yeah, because the cop is onto them.
But the way he acts in the game, I agree with you. Initially, I went, he didn't stop it. It kind of sucks for this guy.
Yeah.
But his behavior throughout influences the front man to be more human.
Right.
And it also influences that lady, the North Korean girl, because she was going to shoot herself, but she sees what he does. She decides to keep living and also reunite with start to actually live a life.
Right. Yeah, she visits the dad.
So that's what I was talking about earlier. It wasn't the ending I was expecting.
Yeah.
And initially I went, I don't know if I like this ending. But then later on, when I slept on and thought about it, I said, this ending might actually work for what they were trying to go for, which it wasn't necessarily the end game.
It's not as bad as the Lost ending, but I mean, it's nowhere near bad. I would say it's just certain things I didn't like how they handled it, but I think overall, I think it's a good ending.
Well, it becomes all about him still having faith in humanity, right? And Frontman even asks him after he reveals himself, he's like, do you still believe in humanity? And then that whole bit where he gives them the knife between the games and is like, look, you can kill all these fuckers and win. It's something that he had to go through and did. And he sees Ji-Yun is a better man than him even. Doesn't go through with it.
Right.
That was a crazy moment.
Doesn't go through with it. Never even thinks twice about throwing the baby off to save himself.
Again, when they're after jump rope, when the first guy gets across and he starts shoving the people off, I love where Ji-Yun's like, what are you doing? And the guy looks at him and goes, I'm playing the game. I'm like, bro, you have to just shove that dude off right away. Right now. Just push him. But look, smart idea on that guy's part. Another smart idea in hide and seek. When MG Coin and Namsu, they do the half kills, they get the half points, but then they're like, hey, we can keep killing. Every red vest we take out, a blue one will also be eliminated. It's 2 for 1. I was like, fuck, that's a really good point, and it makes them very dangerous. And that's what they end up doing. But the strategies in these games always get me. And I was like, it's fucking dark, but those are both really good strategies.
Well, you want to know something that's kind of cool, though? It's that the baby wins.
The baby wins.
And the baby didn't have to kill anybody.
No, the baby innocent.
So anybody that would have won this game would have been a serial killer.
But you know who else wins? The father that she saved. The female guard, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And the detective.
Well, it's not the father, it's the father and the kid.
The father, yes.
And then also the fucking his brother, the cop.
The cop,
wins.
yes, he survives.
And then Gi-Yun's daughter,
right?
Yeah, she gets the money. He gets the baby and some money. The father, and then,
wait, where does the baby end up?
The baby ends up with the detective. He leaves with the detective and then also gave him a card, an ATM card with all its winnings.
Right,
it's the baby one. So yeah, the front man stole that money from that hotel and gave it to the daughter, to Ji-Yun's
He did.
daughter,
He gave it to the daughter.
right?
Yeah.
And then, okay, if we're here, let's just talk about the last fucking shot, which is while the front man is I think he's in San Francisco.
And, he's in LA.
Oh, it's LA. And while driving in his Waymo driverless car, no doubt, he spies one Kate motherfucking Blanchett in a recruiter suit playing Doc G in the fucking alley. And she looks at him and they give her a nod. And I was like, what the fuck? Kate Blanchett, how'd you get this? Is this the David Fincher show? The Squid Games are not over. What'd you guys think of that ending?
I never would have thought it would be Kate Blanchett.
Right?
It threw me off, Kate Blanchett as well. Also, isn't she Australian?
Yeah, maybe.
Why would they cast? I mean, it was such a weird casting, but yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those where they're going for the games really are never over.
Nope.
And there's always going to be people that the rich elite can prey on for their own entertainment.
Yeah, there can be games all over the world.
I mean, ultimately, the show is about like the difference in classes, right?
Yes.
You have the elite sit at the top, and the people that work the games that are underneath them that are just doing their jobs, and then they have the people at the bottom of the totem pole that are so fucking desperate that they can be manipulated into doing anything and even killing each other because of their desperation. And that exists in all different countries where there's
hey, where you
capitalism.
go. I mean, I also think it's a genre of show that I like. It's a lot of people have been comparing it to Lost and The Prisoner, and you kind of call it's like a pressure cooker show, right? Is where you just take people and you lock them up in one place and then apply pressure and to see how they crack and see how they act. And you could do this in a lot of different ways, but I think that's what this show does well. There aren't a lot of shows like that. And it's just fascinating to watch and think about, like, what the fuck would I do in this fucking situation?
It's a pressure cook. Yeah, pressure cooker show is a good way to describe it, with like very creative games for children's games.
Using the kids' games, yeah.
Yeah, using the kids' games, and then also just the cinematography and the color palettes that they're going with.
I mean, we have things like Survivor that people do.
Sure. Yeah. Well, they have Netflix has the Squid Game Challenge, their real game show. There's going to be 2 more seasons of that. You know what? It was actually pretty good.
We have movies like The Running Man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the
Battle Royale, similar.
Yeah, Battle Royale. These are things that
didn't Mr. Beast try and do one of these
Mr. Beast
things?
did Beast Games, which is similar. Yeah, so it's
these
influence
types of games, the life and death games are in something inherently that humans are into. I mean, we've been into that stuff since the Gladiators and before that. So this is just taking something that we've always liked and twisting it to fit a different aesthetic.
I mean, essentially, we are kind of the VIPs also. Just watch
it. Yeah. I mean, we're all, anytime you watch fights, you watch the UFC, you watch boxing. I mean, these guys are fighting. They're not fighting to the death, but they're fighting for our own entertainment. And a lot of these guys that are in these types of situations aren't coming from the best backgrounds.
Any other characters or moments that stuck out? The boat captain, I guess, did his job well because they fucking stalled the detective so long he couldn't fucking find shit.
My favorite character that was maybe not the first one you think of is the right hand man of the guy that gets killed in the second season.
Namyu.
Yeah, he gets caught and then he runs away with the phone. I thought I can't, I don't speak Korean, but I thought every time he was on screen, I was riveted by just his over the top.
The guy who has the necklace with the pills, eventually the cross necklace.
No, I'm not talking about him at all. I'm talking about you, motherfucker. I'm talking about the right hand man of the mob boss that gets killed, and then he gets caught by the police because he finds he kills the fisherman.
Dog. Yes,
he kills a dog, and he's running around.
Oh my god, he's yelling.
He's running with the phone.
Yeah,
the whole thing I thought was great.
Yeah, he was an important character because he did figure out that this guy is full of shit. And
I love that at the end he wants to build up a hotel in Korea to be like Vegas.
Yeah, where that hotel is. But when they called the boat captain and he's sitting there with the cops and he's just telling him everything, I was like, oh, this is not a good idea. And now the boat.
That was a great scene when he's in the police station and they're calling that boat captain.
He's just giving him shit about using their tax money wrong. It's hilarious. He's just trying to get his phone.
Yeah.
What about Namyu, the guy with the pills who's tripping and then eventually loses the cross and Minsu throws it out in the hide and seek. He's like, you want it? Go fucking get it. And then that moment where he opens it, it's empty, just gets swiped and dies. That guy's a fucking evil piece of shit.
What were those pills? Was that ecstasy?
You know what? I don't know because they seem to do different things every time. I thought it was ecstasy, but then Minsu takes it and he's almost hallucinating.
Right.
So I'm like, is it acid? Is it what the? I'm not sure. It's just some random fucking.
There were different colored pills.
Yeah,
so
maybe they're all different things. But every time somebody got swiped by the jump rope, it made me laugh. I don't know why. I thought those were funny kills. It's like
the jump rope stuff. I was legit like white knuckle. Yeah. Every time that rope would come around, I'm like, holy shit.
What about the old man?
Yeah, player 100. He owed 10 billion won. Makes it to the end by faking his death and then throwing the shaman under the bus, getting her killed at the exit. What a fucking piece of shit, this guy. But he's always like, yes, this is a great idea. Let's all discuss killing the baby.
Yeah, he was trash.
What a fucking piece of trash. But I'm surprised he made it all the way to the fucking air Squid Game.
I'll give them credit real quick that they've managed to find another because the first season, one of the things that was really good about it was it wasn't just the main character we enjoyed. We enjoyed all of these different characters, right?
Yes.
This season they found another way to make us invested in multiple characters besides just Seong Gi-hun.
And they all have crazy endings, resolutions. I mean, mostly everybody dies, and the way they do is it's always unexpected and wild and has you. So yeah, they did a good job at getting you invested in these people and then just fucking killing them off one by one, in tragic fashions. On the wall there was some Latin. It said "Hodi mihi kraz tibi," and it means today it's me, tomorrow it's you. I like that. I like those little, it's all Easter eggs in here. Any other moments?
I think we've.
I think we covered.
I think we covered all of it. It's still good. It's. I think it works. I'm excited to see more, but I'm glad that they kind of gave this a definitive end. I wish it was just one season. Like splitting it up was kind of annoying. It's just one story.
Well, you got to get Jiun's story over with.
Yeah.
Because, it was, he won, he came back, blah, blah, blah. So how do you go to the next iteration? How do you get to the next Squid Games and keep it fresh? So they kill off the character.
Yeah.
But
And
he
blow up
has
the island.
multiple redemptions and he has a couple of big moments and he really meets his end and it's in a satisfying way, I guess, because he's doing something heroic.
Right.
So, I think then now you got the front man still in play.
Yep.
We know that there's other Squid Games. Now this show can keep going without getting old.
You think the front man softened though by seeing his sacrifice and giving the baby to the guy?
I don't know. So, but that's something that they can work on.
Yeah.
Because now you have a character that could either go for the worse or for the better, or maybe he dies, or maybe there's another rival that rises to that's within the Squid Game world that he has to deal with, and maybe we could follow him. So, like the fact that he's still in play, and that there's other Squid Games, this show is not done. This particular Squid Game is done, but I think the show's got a life ahead of it. I think they can make multiple shows.
I mean, it was the top in the rating charts when it came out, and it's been doing very good.
But they got to do it like this. They can't go like 10 seasons like a Walking Dead. They got to keep it short and sweet and then move on to the next.
I don't even think this guy wanted to do anymore after the first season because it was so taxing. But whether he's cashing a paycheck to do it, he does make it satisfying and gives us some closure.
Yeah, they ended it in a way where, we don't have to follow Gi-hun over and over again and figure out ways to get him back on the island, right?
Right.
It ends in a way where if David Fincher's spinoff happens and they want to do an American version, it's there. But if they want to end it the way they ended it, that's also there too. And also they can end it that way.
Yeah. But I would love to see more.
Wow, Imran, you just want to beat things into the ground, don't you, son of a bitch?
Well, I want to see what's happening in Squid Games in other countries. Whether the children's games change? It can be a whole different flavor. Where some are universal children's games and some clearly are.
What is one children's game that wasn't shown that you'd like to see?
Oh, Egg. What's that? This hide and seek. I don't know. There's always, I thought a hopscotch, but that's kind of like the Squid Game with the circle and the squares. What other kids get? I don't know. I don't have any children. I've been playing. What have you been playing? Dodgeball? Maybe dodgeball. You do a dodgeball. With but the ball explodes once it hits you and kills you or something. Spikes come out of the ball.
Right.
I was mad at one thing. The cop.
Red Rover.
Oh, yeah. Red Rover. It's kind of like.
What's that? How do you play Red Rover?
Yeah, Red Rover. Yeah, explain it.
Red Rover. You stand on opposite ends of a field or whatever, and you're holding hands with your team. It's like 10 people.
Or you
15
link
people.
arms. Yeah.
You link arms.
Yeah.
And one side goes Red Rover, you call who you want to come over, and that person gets to sprint over and they have to run through your arms.
Yeah, totally.
And if they don't run through your arms, then they become part of your team.
No injuries happening there. The man just runs full speed.
So you have to break the chain.
You have to break the chain. If you break the chain, then then you.
Yeah. What about horse?
Oh,
the basketball.
Yeah, basketball horse.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, it could be squid.
But it doesn't have to be basketball. You have to do the thing that the other guy does.
The same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to remember it.
Duck, duck, goose.
Yeah,
you could do Duck, Duck, Goose in
musical chairs.
Yeah. Musical chairs. Oh my god, musical chairs on top of like a 5-story or like a 100-story building.
Oh my god, Duck, Duck, Goose with real ducks and geese for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was mad that the cop never once went to Ji-un with the photo of his brother going, by the way, this is my brother. He's running the whole thing. This is what he looks like. That's all he had to do. The show would have been over. But he never does that. He never tells him one crucial piece of information.
That would help.
But it's fine. All right, Anthony, final thoughts. Wrap it up. Give me a score on Squid Game 3.
Yeah, I mean, inevitably, the first season is probably the best just because of how novel that thing was. Season 2 and 3 are really should just be one season.
Yes.
But I had a great time watching the show. Very, even despite some of the questionable writing of some of the characters, I was thoroughly entertained. There were parts of the show where it drew emotion out of me, and I was at the edge of my seat. I think it's a good show. I think it's entertaining. I think you can really look at some of the subtext and even the literal text that they have in there with the VIPs watching the poor people and the class dichotomy. So it's all there. And then you want to get a little deeper with stuff and humanity. You can do that. So overall, I enjoyed the show. Maybe not the ending I was expecting, but still a good ending. I would go 8 out of 10 for the season.
Yeah. Ruds?
I would say an 8's good. Sure. I would agree with that.
Not as good as season 1 though, right?
No.
Yeah. No, I agree. I would also give it an 8. And again, the first season is great because it was new, but this whole thing they've created, the look, the sets, the pink suits, is iconic, and it's entered everybody's vocabulary now. This imagery will always be with us. This amazing thing. The whole thing overall is, I love Squid Game. And I'm looking forward to the Squid Game challenge, because if you can't give me the show, at least give me a shitty fucking reality game show where they don't die, but it's close enough. But yeah, not as good as the first season, but seasons 2 and 3 overall, right? The whole thing's satisfying. I fucking love Squid Game. So
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Let's do some news from the nation here.
It's time for news from the nation.
It's time for news from the nation.
It stinks. It stinks. It stinks.
I want to start with a shout out to Twitter listener Trey at Knights of Titan, who posted, excited to listen to Jock and Nerd and Rug Boy's review of Superman. Been excited to hear your guys' thoughts on the movie. Thank you for being one of the best podcasts out there to listen to.
Yeah.
Wow. Trey, thank you. Well, yeah, I don't know if it's a new listener, how long you've been listening, but I appreciate you posting and sharing. The Superman thing got everywhere. Rugs, you always have to rant. It does the job. Justin,
do more ranting is what you want me to do. Just me get more upset about things.
The hot takes are great. Justin Zwerner posted this graphic about Stranger Things 5 episode run times. But before we get there, they also put out a new trailer for The Stranger Things. Anthony, I know you haven't watched a lick of this show.
Yeah,
correct?
I'm not going to watch this.
Did you watch it at all?
No.
Okay, doesn't matter. Rugs, did you check out this trailer?
Yes.
What'd you think? Isn't it funny how old everybody looks?
Yeah, super old. I'm like, what's going on? I thought they were fine. They made it out. Everybody was killed. They got the bad guy.
Vecna's not dead, apparently. He's still around. I thought the trailer looked fun. Like, there's some cool shots. But these adults are riding bikes. It's very disconcerting.
Yeah, it's weird.
That they're so old.
They were in college by now.
Yeah, they should be, but I don't think they are. Anyways, that's coming out again. This crazy release schedule. Thanksgiving, 3 episodes. Christmas, 3 episodes, and then New Year's, the final episode. So this graphic has been going around, episode titles and run times, and the run times for these 8 episodes are 2 hours and more.
No way.
2 hour 10 minutes, 2 hour 5 minutes. It says episode 8 is 3 hours long. I added that up. That's fucking 18 to 20 hours of content. There's no fucking way they're doing this. And I think this is fake. So that's all. I put this in here.
I don't think it's real.
To say this is not real, because that's more than they've given us in the last 9 years of content.
There's no fucking way.
By the way, again, Stranger Things, 9 years, 42 episodes. The X-Files was on for 9 years. They had over 200 episodes and a movie. That's how you make a TV show, people. Not this fucking 42 episodes in 9 years.
This is it's It's terrible.
But I'm glad it's finally ending, and we can see what happens to Hopper, and there's still Demogorgons and Winona Ryder, and stuff happens. I don't know.
Fucking 9 years, man. That's crazy.
Finally, what are we watching, fellas? Anthony, you saw something at the Alamo.
Yeah, I saw the new A24 movie Eddington with Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal.
He's in everything. Back to back, you're seeing Pedro Pascal movies.
Yeah. I put a review on Patreon for those that aren't subscribed to Patreon or contributing. You can check that out there and give us some money and support the show. But yeah, it's a movie. It's a neo-Western thriller satire set in COVID 2020.
That's an interesting time frame.
I was entertained. I had a good time with it. I know some people really don't want to go back to COVID this soon. So there's a large segment of the cinephile audience that doesn't want to watch this or hates it already. It also pokes fun at a lot of the things that we were seeing during COVID. So some people might not like that. There's one scene that I have to mention real quick where this white teenager college kid is basically like taking up the cause of the George Floyd and like being anti-racist, but he takes up the cause to be anti-racist, and because he likes to, he's going for this girl.
Okay.
So he's doing this for a girl, and this is kind of the satirical point of the movie, or one of the satirical themes, not themes, tones in the movie.
Yeah.
So at one point he's reading these books about like being anti-racist and disregarding his whiteness. So he's in the midst, and he's at dinner with his parents who are all white, and telling them how he's like disowning his whiteness and like how being white is like the devil or whatever. And then it like pauses after he goes this whole speech, and they just look at him, and the dad goes like something along the lines of, "Are you fucking retarded? You're white." And then it just cuts away. So,
man, that was crazy.
The movie takes a very crazy turn though, and becomes all of a sudden like an action thriller. It gets a little wild. There's like Antifa shit that comes in and all this stuff, and it doesn't completely work for me, but it was entertaining. It's very long though; it's about 2.5 hours.
Oh, really?
Sounds interesting, but I'll wait for it to come out.
You don't need to see this in the theaters. It's an Ari Aster film, so Hereditary, Midsommar.
Yeah. Sometimes I will stop and just think about all the crazy shit that happened during that time, and all the things we did, and all the things they shoved up our nose, and we're spraying the bags with disinfectant, and then the George Floyd thing. What the fuck? Did that actually happen? It's fucking wild.
It did.
It's kind of crazy.
It did, and this movie decides it wants to throw all of that into one movie.
Jesus, that's traumatic. That could be triggering. I could see how that could be triggering, but I will also wait for streaming to watch this.
Not bad.
Ruggs, you had some Patreon content. What did you watch?
I watched all the movies on streaming.
Okay, all of them. How are they? They all suck.
All right, so I watched Man of Steel again just to see it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not a good Superman movie. It's just not.
Okay.
I like that you come to that conclusion. That's good.
It's a cool action movie.
Yeah.
I dug it. I thought it was like, it's not that I didn't like the movie. I just think it's a bad Superman movie.
Yeah.
But I dug the movie as an action movie.
Sure.
It's got great action. It's got some great cinematography.
Yeah.
It's got thrills. It's got spills. It's got chills. It's got Lois Lane defeating death many times for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
But it's got it all. But it's not a good Superman movie.
Okay.
It's just not.
It's made from a bad. The movie is made from a place with not bad intent, but the wrong intent,
wrong direction.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
then I watched Head of State.
Yes, Amazon Prime,
which I thought was not terrible.
Hey, it's kind of fun. There's some good action.
It was fun. It's a fun Netflix movie. What is it on Prime? Amazon Prime?
I think so. Yeah, John Cena and.
So yeah, you described this movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. They play off of each other well, and it never really gets to like great heights. But and the same with this other movie that I watched, Back in Action, with Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz. It's a comedy.
Yeah.
It's an action comedy. The action is fine. Like it's not terrible. The action's actually decent. I think that in both movies the action is decent.
Yeah.
So if you want to watch action comedy, I think they're both pretty good as far as that. They're not great movies though, but they're, whatever.
Look at you watching the B movies on streaming.
I'll tell you what, though, back in action, Jamie Foxx made me laugh like 2 times in that movie. And he hadn't done a movie in years. Like after that health scare, this was like, and I don't think Cameron Diaz had done a movie in a long time. So it was literally both of them coming back to movies. But he was funny, but the movie's all right. Yeah.
My favorite line that he says is kids are like, what are you guys, spies? You're like, what, like Jason Bourne? He goes, no, we're like Jason Bourne, but we remember stuff.
He has some good lines. Like, he made me laugh. I was like, all right, Jamie Foxx. But the movie kind of ridiculous.
It's light fare. Yeah. I can't put it up against any great action comedy or anything. I mean, Back in Action is essentially True Lies.
Right.
That's what that is. So, and True Lies blows it out of the water. Now, the movie I want to talk about the most is Mickey 17.
I'm curious about this one.
Joon-ho. It's a wacky movie. It's like almost Paul Verhoeven-esque in its ways. It's it's a movie about classism. It's kind of murky because it's about this guy, Mickey, who's trying to get away from a guy that's trying to collect a debt from him, like a loan shark. And so he takes this job as a expendable, which means that he signs up to be 3D printed, and they reprint his body after he dies. So they use him to like be the
guinea pig,
the guinea pig in all of these different experiments and different situations. And he's supposed to be the guinea pig on this space expedition. They're going out to find a new planet and start a whole new society on this planet. And you kind of follow him along on his journey, and it gets into the politics of it and what they're planning on doing. And it's a little nefarious. What's his name is the bad guy?
Mark Ruffalo. I watched this last night after you did your thing. I thought Mark Ruffalo was miscast, maybe. He was a little bit, didn't really work for me.
Yeah, he was trying to do a Trump thing.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah.
It was wacky. He was throwing it all out there. Toni Collette, I don't know what she's doing in this movie. That was weird. But I guess that's what Bong Joon-ho was trying to do, is trying to illustrate how insane these people were.
The elite or the rich.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Snowpiercer a little bit.
Yeah, it's very Snowpiercer.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of those things.
And I thought Pattinson playing like different versions of this character, I thought he was really good. Like the main character is completely different from Bruce Wayne performance. So I thought he gets to show his range here, and it looks good.
And the aliens are cool.
The VFX are good. But it was just okay. Like it has interesting things in the beginning, and then the end is all about these bug aliens. And
when they had Mickey 18 and Mickey 17 together, and then
that's fun.
And then his girlfriend's trying to do a 3-way with them. There's some interesting shit in the movie that they don't really explore because they got this other thing they want to do. But it's interesting. I would say at least he's taking a big swing and doing something instead of Back in Action, which is True Lies.
I mean, it's very different from Parasite, and for him to go like full sci-fi, I thought it was interesting.
Well, so I know we talked box office earlier, so this was his first movie after Parasite, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So he got the blank check to make this movie. He got $118 million to make this movie. Unfortunately, and this is a Warner Brothers movie, it needed with production and marketing, it was $198 million spent on this movie, so it needed to make between 240 to 300 million. It only made 131 million
not a lot of people want to see
total. So this movie lost Warner Brothers about $70 million.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's not. I don't think it was ever going to be a blockbuster.
Yeah, 120 million for this movie seems like
this should have been cheaper.
50 million. Yes,
yeah. If it's a $50 million movie, that makes money.
Yeah, but there was big visual effects and things in here. But
they were betting big. Warner Brothers was like, here, Bong Joon-ho, Oscar nominee, go do what you want to do.
Something original, sci-fi.
We'll give you Robert Pattinson and a bunch of other people.
Is Robert Pattinson like a draw at the box office though? I mean, he's Batman, but like Batman is what draws people to the box office, not Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson, since doing the Twilight films, he's been more of like an indie film darling, not a big draw.
So he was probably excited to work with Bong Joon-ho, right? Steven Yeun's in the movie. He's all right too. Like the movie's just okay. It's interesting. It's visually.
Apparently,
good
it
to look
was.
at.
He made it, and then they had to like cut it up and re-put it back together.
Oh shit! It is long too. It's like 2 hours 17, kind of maybe a little too long. But
yeah, it's longer than it needs to be. Too.
Absolutely.
I plan to check it out, but now I'm not as excited after.
It's just okay, but I think it's worth watching for the Bong Joon-ho of it all.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to say it. It's not like I just ran through a bunch of cookie cutter movies.
Right.
This is not cookie cutter.
That's true.
So
that is true. It is better than Heads of State and Banger Action.
Is it better than Snowpiercer?
No.
Oh, okay.
Snowpiercer was very good. I like Snowpiercer. All right, check out all that stuff. You can check out the Patreon reviews if you sign up for our fan club. This week's mission, this week's assignment, simple. Fantastic Four, First Steps. There are 2 post-credit scenes, so don't leave, which you don't because it's a Marvel movie. It is 1 hour, 53 minutes long, which makes it the 4th shortest MCU movie.
Wow.
And expect Avatar 3 trailer possibly attached to Fantastic Four. So that'll make it special. Just like, did you see the Odyssey teaser? You guys
did.
Yeah. What'd you guys think of that? It didn't really do that much for me. The movie isn't coming out for a fucking year.
Yeah, they shouldn't even put out anything.
I thought it was curious that they would release the trailers to all these movies, and then you would get as if the movie was about to start, and then they put in the Odyssey trailer. For
it was
Jurassic
like
World.
hard stitched to that movie. Yes,
Right.
It came with it.
I didn't mind. I mean, anything Nolan does, I'm probably going to see at this point, and it's a crazy cast.
Yeah.
My one takeaway though was it looks like it's set. Odyssey's what, Greek?
Yeah,
Correct
ancient.
me wrong. And back in the long time ago.
Yeah,
right?
Bernthal sounds like he's from fucking New York.
I was going to say Bernthal. It's like talking
just
like he's from
tell me a
Jersey.
story of Odysseus. Yeah, like he just sounds like himself. He ain't even trying. Is everyone else going to have like an English accent and he's just going to sound like he's from fucking Brooklyn?
What's the matter? Did you watch Clash of the Titans?
Yeah, they all talk like that.
They all talk.
I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, it was. It is kind of interesting that he's just doing Bernthal.
I mean, they're doing if that's the case, they're doing
This
what
is it. This is like the Denzel thing.
I was just going to say that. They're doing the Denzel Gladiator 2 thing where Denzel doesn't give a fuck. He's going to talk like, I don't know if Bernthal's earned that yet, but
right. I don't think he has. But Tom Holland's in there and they show Matt Damon floating in the ocean and a couple of shots. I was like, oh, interesting. A year ahead. They did pull this other stunt where last weekend they put out tickets, 70 millimeter screenings a year in advance for about 26 locations that have 70 millimeter, sold out in hours, and now those tickets are being scalped for like $300 to $400. But would you guys buy a ticket a year in advance? I feel like he's trying to make this a stunt. Like, this is unprecedented. This feels special now.
Well, there's a lot of hype around 70 millimeter too.
Yeah.
I've never seen a movie in 70 millimeter.
I don't know where the theater is.
I'm going to see, for what it's worth, I'm going to see Dunkirk in 70 millimeter.
Oh, shit. Where?
Music Box in Chicago.
Oh, they have the 70 millimeter at the Music Box.
They're doing 70 millimeter showings of movies.
Oh, that's a big fucking piece of film. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Wide and long. So, yeah, I mean, a year
Talking
away.
about film?
What's that?
Nothing.
Film. You talking about film?
Talking about my dick.
These nuts. Anyways, Rugs, where can the people find you online?
Rug Boy Show on
I don't know what you think about his Superman.
Join the posse. It's ever growing.
That's right.
Got 2 new followers.
That's great. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Anthony, you can find you at the Alamo watching. Oh,
No, I'll be in San
Music
Diego.
Box. Oh, Anthony will be at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm jelly. I hope you have fun. Send in your instant reactions to Fantastic Four. Take notes. Let us know all the updates next week. Can't wait. Subscribe to the show, listener. You're going to want to hear this. We've got a man on the floor. San Diego Comic-Con. Right. You can also visit our website, jockandnerd.com, for links to everything, how to support, how to get in touch. Share this show, listener. Tell a friend. It would mean everything. Thank you for listening to the Jock and Nerd podcast. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's the Nerd.
We'll beep you next time.
Not funny.
Whoa. I love this movie.
I want your head up when I throw my fist in the air.
I offered you a chance to be a cop, and you blew
it.
Jock and Nerd.